my god.
They say it like a curse, like it's something to regret. But greasy tips are magic, the best thing you can get. Shining in the moonlight, glistening like gold. The kind of wild beauty you can't control. Greasy tips. Greasy, 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 greasy. Love 'em slick, love 'em easy. Greasy tips, they're the vibe, can't deny. Greasy, greasy, greasy till the day I die. They're sliding through the gossip, turning heads in every bar. Like a meteor of madness, they're a blazing superstar. You call it messy glory, I call it sweet delight. Greasy tips are winning every single fight. They're dripping, they're slipping, everybody's tripping. Greasy tips, greasy, greasy, greasy. Love 'em slick, love 'em easy. Greasy tips, they're the vibe, can't deny. Greasy, greasy till the day I die. So here's to all the rebels, to the ones who never quit, to the oil-soaked warriors with their glorious greasy wit. Let 'em shine, let 'em slide, let 'em rule the open sky. Greasy tits forever, no need to wonder why. Greasy, 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 greasy. Love 'em slick, love 'em easy. Greasy tits, they're the vibe, can't deny. Greasy, greasy till the day I die. Greasy till the day I die. Greasy till the day I die.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you.
Mama, this is
I don't want a
Galaxy,
lot for
subscribe for
Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I don't need to hang my stocking there upon the ask for much this Christmas. What if this is my first run, you guys? So this is something that I'm going to do. This is my first run. So this is the first time I'm singing it. And I'm going to work with a vocal coach, and by Christmas time, I'm going to be able to sing it on key. I just am looking, are there any vocal coaches here that will take me for free? All the lights are shining so brightly everywhere. The sound of children's laughter fills the air. And everyone is singing. I hear those sleigh bells ringing. Santa, won't you bring me the one I really need? Won't you bring it to me? I don't want a lot for Christmas. This is all I'm asking. What is this cat? What, miss? Okay. My door. I just want you for my own. More than you will ever know. Make my wish come true. I want for Christmas is all I want for Christmas is. Thank you. Is Fortnite back up yet? Is Fortnite back up yet? It is.
Yeah, I mean, listen, after 13 years of her fucking live streaming, I guess we should be grateful that she still hasn't figured out how to use a noise gate. Anyway, how are you all doing today? Hello. Hi, everyone. First of all, we have now the chat relayed from Kick and YouTube, just to announce that. If you're not following me on Kick or on YouTube, it's Worst of the Internet on Odyssey and Worst of the Internet on Kick, same username. So go follow me and subscribe on Kick. And even if you're already following me on Kick, go type something in the chat, okay? I was looking at the verification requirements, and I have to have 100 people type in my chat. So, yeah. Feel free to go just type in the chat on Kick. And yeah, Jesus Cow, I think, is the only Kick chatter. YouTube is gay. So that should show up in the YouTube chat and on the Odyssey chat. And if anybody happens to go to the Odyssey, that should show up there too. But I don't know, the Odyssey relay is acting a little bit crazy. I might have to turn it off. It doesn't like links for some reason. Anyway, everyone say hello to me. Hi, Voiceless Ghost of Kratos. Hi, Marquis de Sadie. Hi, Misty Day. Hi, Glitter Snatch. Hi, Ravish and Thunder. Hi, Corey5975. Hi, Nicholas Littlefield. Hi, Stop Bunsen. Hi, Jesus Cow. Hi, Glitter Snatch. Hi, Stream Elements. Hi, Rough It. Hi, Vernon O's Chop House. Hi, Rough It. Hi, Ravish and Thunder 4352. Hi, Jesus Cow. Hi, Heaps. Yeah. Hi, Corey. Hi, Ametha. Ametha. Hi. Hi, what's your point 7? Hi, Melanie Taylor. How are you all? Hi, Heaps. Yeah, on Kick. How are you all doing tonight? I hope you're doing well. Hi, Walking Queen. Be sure to hit the like button if you're on YouTube or on Odyssey. Hit the like button. It really helps me out. Hi, Val420. Hi, Dripstar. And there's a lot to talk about today. So yeah, hit the like button. We also do have a super chat goal, and I will do it at the end. But Dashton did a psychic birth chart reading something for Grace Thorp. So there's a lot to talk about today, and I'm going to see how quickly I can get it done. We'll see. It's a lot of kind of smallish stuff, so hopefully none of this should be like too crazy. Hey, Elizabeth, and hi, Mags. So yeah, hit the like button if you want to see that. Also, if you want to see that super chat, any colored super chat should do. And then I have memberships. Become a member. Click the join button and become a member, okay? It might be the holiday season for you, but guess what? It's the holiday season for me too. So anyway, hit the like button, all that good shit. I've got a whole packed agenda for you today. Also, one other thing before I forget. If you happen to use the Monero, I set up a separate XMR chat for this channel so that I can separate it from the M60 stuff. That way also, I can show up on their directory now. So anyway, the XMR chat is updated. So if you tip with crypto, we have that available. Thank you so much anyway. All right. So press 1 in the chat if you have any idea who the name Annie Gallagher. Press 2 if you've never heard the name Annie Gallagher. I don't see Dashton. It's a video that he did that we're going to react to. It's a super chat goal. Well, you might not have heard of Annie Gallagher. Press 1 if you know who Poppy and Xena is. And, well, I'm sorry. We're already pressing 1 and 2. Don't do that. Press 7 if you know who Poppy and Xena is. And press 8. Oh, Lord. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Hold on. We might just have to turn the Odyssey one off for a minute. Press 7 if you know who Poppy and Xena is. Press 8 if you have no idea who they are. Hold on, let me turn that one off. Lord. All right, the chat might get spammed a lot. You know what? I like the engagement, so whatever. All right, so Poppy and Xena is really complicated to explain. And Annie is probably a little bit easier to explain. But I have to explain Poppy and Xena to you for any of this to make sense. And yet, it all has to do with Jessica Messica. So, apparently, now, I had to open all of this in fucking Tor. Because if any of you happen to click this link, I would suggest wiping your history. That would be my suggestion. So, apparently Hecate and Jessica Messica have been alluding to this blog post that exposes Keldoge, okay? Keldoge and Tipster. All right, so I've heard a number of names on this list, and the names that I heard, I immediately made the connection, okay? Let me tell you the names I heard. Tipster, Keldoge, Stardust, Rampage, okay? Those 4 names, I was like, what do those names all have in common? And I thought, I bet it has something to do with goddamn Poppy and Xena. Now, I used to watch Stardust when she was covering Poppy and Xena, and none of that shit made any goddamn sense to me. Well, it turns out I was right. So, Jessica Messica is desperate to dig up some dirt on Keldoge, which she can't find because it's just not out there. I also found this weird article about Keldoge and Rampage defending some sex offender, but I never read the whole thing yet. This was in Greg's chat that she posted this. I'll link it. Again, I could be confused, as I did not fully read it yet. Here's the link. So you have no idea, Jessica Messica, what you're linking. You have no clue what you haven't read it. You don't know what you're linking, and you're linking it to people, having no idea what is in the thing that you're linking. There could be CP in there. The problem is, we're not that far off from it. I didn't research this at all, stating again for the record, but it was just interesting to see Keldo's and Rampage's names in it. Then something about the Keffels thread. As if anything, Jessica Messica, you're going to say here should be taken seriously. Especially when you find out what this little this article is about. So as I said, I will not be linking this article to you for a number of reasons. The first one is that this article is written by somebody named Annie Gallagher. Now, we'll talk about Annie Gallagher in a minute. But the reason I don't want to share this article is because the long and the short of it is Annie was given an essay story. And the person that gave her the information saying that I was sexually abused by this person, the person gives her this information talking about it and says, I don't want you to share this. But Annie does it anyway, because that's what Annie does. So let's talk about who Annie is first. I found this lovely, lovely picture of Annie on the farms. And there's a post about them in Lolicon/Shotacon Defense Force. Lolicon/Shotacon Defense Force. This person has had many crossovers with Keffels and Poppy Diabolic, which I'm going to show you in just a moment. Meet Annie Gallagher. This is where you're getting your information from, Messica. It's a good thing I'm getting off to drawings instead. Oh, I'm sorry. This person tweets, it's not okay to get off to children, drawn or otherwise. That's plainly awful. Annie, quote tweets, it's a good thing I'm getting off to drawings instead. And somebody replies, drawings of fucking what? Annie replies, do you really want to do this again? You didn't like what I had to say the last time. They reply, you're a fucking creep. True. Again, you asked. Annie Gallagher has been banned from Patreon, X, as many of you know, Twitter, and Blue Sky. How do you get banned from Blue Sky anyway? Multiple times. She's currently operating on Blue Sky under kodochara.bsky.social. If anybody wants to report that. I didn't want to plug it, but if you want to report it, please. Has a Discord where they allow maps to join, and they used to allow minors to join as well, but since has claimed that they banned them because the optics were bad. Claims they use Loli to cope with sexual trauma. The trauma is that they believe they experienced CSA, but their only evidence is that they had a sexual dream about their mother. Okay? This is also, again, why I'm not linking this to you, is that this article is also on the website, the same website that Jessica Messica is out here linking. I've talked about having been a survivor of childhood abuse in the past, and I've also talked about possibly being a survivor of CSA. The truth is, I don't know for sure that my mom molested me, as it's nothing more than a feeling. Given my recurring, incredibly vivid nightmares, the frequent emotional abuse and neglect I've dealt with because of her, and her lack of respect for personal boundaries, there's, at the very least, reasonable suspicion. Having talked to my therapist, I've been told that it's entirely possible that even if she never molested me, the sheer act of me having perceived this as happening could effectively result in all of the same trauma as actually being sexually assaulted. So that's a wonderful mindfuck in all of this. The idea that it's possible I'm not a CSA survivor, yet basically have the same trauma as one, and there's no way to know unless a memory surfaces. I've had dealt with people who have deliberately invoked this to say that I smeared my own mother as a rapist for internet points, which they did. And even had one person deliberately describe the aforementioned nightmares about my mother as sexual dreams in an attempt to paint me as if I'm sexually attracted to my own mother, who is most likely my rapist. This is from a schizo post where they claim they were tricked into thinking they were a pedophile by a minor. Also into extreme guru and written glowing reviews. I don't want to know what that is. Also cast aside during a suicide attempt by hashtag Drop Kiwi Farms because of their obsession with Lolly. Also a friend of another pedophile, Zeeb Demon, who was featured on Fox News for making a pedophile pride flag. I've decided that one of my first Blue Sky invites is going to be Zeeb, purely because I want to see the look on everyone's faces when Jay is still the most blocked person on the platform, even with her there. Someone says, who is that? Zeeb Demon, a trans woman who's also an open pedophile, also good friend of mine. One of the major reasons I've been canceled, because I've talked to her, and I don't think she's a bad person or capable of harm, and has better takes on protecting children than the vast majority of cishet parents. The vast majority of cishet parents. What a wild statement. I know better than all of you cishet parents. Vaughn Beardo, thank you so much for the $9.99 super chat. I really appreciate it. And what's your point? Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. I don't know. I think I may have missed that one earlier. Please donate to M60. He's currently living on the street. No, it's true. It's true. It's true. I'm living on the street because I have to research these pedophiles. They've been lovingly referred to as the ogre on the Poppy thread because, well, autogynephile theorists, go fuck yourselves. Classy. She's classy. Now, here's the thing that you need to know about Annie in this context. Annie is a fierce defender of Poppy and Xena. Now press 1 if you know who Poppy and Xena are, and press 2 if you don't. Hopefully it shouldn't go haywire this time. Poppy and Xena, as I mentioned before, I used to watch Stardust react to this Poppy and Xena stuff, and I frankly don't understand it. Here's what I do know, and this is based on, my secondhand knowledge here. This is maybe hearsay, but Poppy and Xena have a polycule. I believe they both have, 25 split personalities, and they run a sex cult, and they have victims. This is all well documented shit. And in fact, I guess while I have the opportunity, maybe I should, Turkey Tom has a good video on Poppy and Xena. Like I said, I'm not very good with this one, okay? YouTube's degenerate furry therapist. But let me try to sum it up for all of you, and I'll try to explain it this way. Poppy and Xena are basically the Shani and Rev of trans people, okay? Does that help? Did anyone get my link? They didn't, did they? Here. There's the Turkey Tom video. But they're basically like the Shani and Rev of trans people. But they're disgusting degenerates. They demean one of their kids on stream. I believe they were again, I don't know this very well, but I believe they verbally abused one of the kids on stream. And then all of this information kind of came out about them at once, and I believe it was sometime last year. But I figured let's just play these clips because, you know, I don't want to get too into Poppy and Xena. This is on the OP of their Kiwi Farms thread. So Poppy admits on stream that they were banned from a Renaissance fair because fingered a woman on the dance floor. Xena tries to minimize the incident by saying Poppy wears their heart on their sleeve.
I'm a Renaissance fair. Yeah, I used to do Renaissance fairs all the fucking time. Mostly I stopped because I got kicked out of one. Oops. And
Poppy over here wearing her heart on her sleeve.
I didn't know you weren't supposed to be drunk and finger a girl on the dance floor. Oops. No one told me the rules.
On her sleeve.
God, I've done so many stupid things. Anyway.
Now, this is where it'd be useful to have Keldoge or fucking Stardust around right now because I don't understand totally what happened here. When their child escaped, Poppy admitted the most concerning thought was that the kid might take the GoFundMe surgery money, which they needed because they didn't want to get turned on in public because a partner sent me a spicy pic. Okay? At some point, the children were in on exposing Poppy and Xena, is the best way I can explain it. I guess one of them escaped. One of them escaped the compound. Again, this is all secondhand knowledge. I'm just giving you clips. They have kids.
As I'm preparing for like the biggest surgery of my life because I would like to not have bottom dysphoria. I would like to be able to not worry about getting turned on in public. When one of my partners sends me a spicy pic and I then get basically completely treated like by my kid.
Well, and essentially
Like, do you see now the parallel to Shani and Rev, the absolutely narcissistic attitude of like, my life is more important than what's going on in my child's life. You get it? You get what I'm saying now? Does not understand why sending nudes to someone during work hours unsolicited is a bad thing. Or for sexually soliciting partners on Twitter.
We want to go on another date. Well, the next day happened, and I didn't hear from this person very much because they were working out of sight. I sent them some cute little nudes, and, well, you know, I got kind of yelled at a little bit because they were apparently...
Okay, thank you, Base Swain. The kid is not, because I had trouble understanding the context around the kid. The kid is not biologically related, but is Poppy's dead wife. So Poppy was married to a woman at one point and has a dead wife. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. This is why I didn't understand the Poppy and Xena thing. There's too many things happening for me to understand what's actually going on.
Work. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll just delete them. You know, no harm, no foul. We're good. Because I couldn't remember how to do spoilers on mobile, because I'm old.
I don't even know if it lets you in some cases.
It does. You can just click on the picture when it's in your
okay.
thing. Long story short is, later in the day, I went on their Twitter, and I saw some little cute threads, and I tried to flirt with them. One of them was in regards to their partners, or her partners, I'm going to call it a persona, because that's closest, and talking about wanting to do cute things to these little entities. And I ended up being like, well, what about Fae Queens? Because, as you know, Mommy's a Fae. And long story short is this was pushed back with this very literal, very aggressive pushback. And another thread,
Okay, now the furry thing being brought up is probably a good time to mention this, by the way. Especially since Keldoge isn't here to defend himself. He's trolling you. Keldoge is not a fucking furry. It's a stupid VTuber avatar. He puts on dog ears. And what happened was when he heard Jessica Messica nearly in tears going, oh my God, I don't like bestiality. You stay out of here with your bestiality. When he heard that, he said, okay, I'm going to play along with this fucking shit. Okay? These two? These are actual furries. These are actual degenerate furries, okay? Keldoge is not a furry, okay? He's trolling you. He's trolling you, and you fucking took the bait. I didn't want to spoil it, but frankly, I'm tired of this narrative falling back onto everyone else as well. Anyway, moving along, that's my point, is you are defending actual furries in the process of trying to slander Keldoge as a furry. Back to the article. So, who is Melina? Now, Melina is somebody who wrote a very large document about Poppy and Xena and effectively exposed Poppy and Xena. Everyone press 1 if I'm still making sense up to this point. I know this feels complicated, but it's not too complicated. Vernino, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Degenerate fucking furries. It's fucking disgusting. Okay. So Melina is the trans person that exposed Poppy and Xena. We've got that. Now, back to our lovely Annie Gallagher. Annie Gallagher is obsessed with defending Poppy and Xena. Okay? I'm not going to read this article to you, but I'm going to explain. I'm going to read some parts of it, but I'm going to explain this article to you. So, this article is about Melina. Somebody has come forward and sent an email to Annie saying that Melina raped me when I was 14 and she was 19 or 18. I don't know. I don't care. The reason why I don't care, and the details are not important, is because the author, the person, the victim, tells the author, Annie, don't publish this. I've already posted about this on the forums. I don't need you republishing my words from this conversation. So please don't republish this. So what does Annie do? Annie goes ahead and republishes this because it's too important. And she has to, and Annie, the forever defender of pedophiles, has to expose a pedophile. That's the real irony here. And as I'm gonna read some of this to you. It's disturbing at points. Most of this I can skip because it is those specific allegations that the person is making. Let's see. This is often the case with abuse survivors who don't like to be seen as a victim because they fear that it makes them look weak, and oftentimes looking weak just attracts more abusers. On top of that, abusers have a tendency to pit the victims against each other so they can keep them from uniting against them. While SL, who is the victim, is in part motivated by fear of Melina. Melina's the one who exposed Poppy and Xena, remember? And doesn't seem to believe she's changed. She was opposed to me writing this article on the basis that she does not want to be used as a prop in a war between two factions. Already, she's been conditioned to not care about Xena or Poppy because they are popular targets for hatred, and a number of people will ignore all testimony if one defends them. The same applies to myself. Okay? So what they're saying is the person said, listen, All you're doing is defending Poppy and Zeta. I don't need my name attached to that, okay? I'm against this person doesn't mean I'm pro Poppy and Zeta. So please don't share this. But Annie, as I scrolled past, shared all of this, including something that's supposed to prove they have a MySpace profile. I don't understand it. This fails to take into account that Melina's pattern of abuse and others cannot be separated from her hate campaign against Zena and Poppy. Every abuse pattern that she's used against her former victims is on display here. SL, the victim, even admitted herself how frightening it is that Melina hasn't changed in all these years. In communities like Kiwi Farms, choosing to support Melina is not some mistake that can be corrected. It's built into the design. Kiwi Farms is a site built for neo-Nazis to cyberstalk and harass vulnerable people. People like this are not here to punch up at abusers. They are the abusers. Does this sound like anybody to you guys? Does it sound familiar? All right, so now we get to the list of people, okay? Now, I don't have any evidence. Listen, here's the thing about, let me read Fishy's comment here. Fishy, so PDF Melina exposed Zena and Poppy, and PDF Annie exposed Melina. So let me be clear about this. I don't have any evidence that Melina is a PDF, okay? This article literally has somebody who's claiming that they are, but says, don't share this story. So when I take my opinion into account, I have to respect their wishes. And if they don't want me to assume that Melina's a PDF based on this article, then I can't use this article to base my opinion. Press 1 if that makes sense to anybody. I think that made sense. In other words, this doesn't prove anything to me because I, by default, am disregarding the evidence that's being put forward in this because the victim does not want that evidence being published. If that makes... So I'm still at square one where I don't know anything about Melina at the end of the day. I really don't know anything about her. But I know that she's the one who exposed Poppy and Zeta. So she went around from like channel to channel, like getting people to talk about this. And I don't know how much she went around from channel to channel, but she was in all these channels when people were talking about it. Now, let's be clear about this. What Annie is trying to do here is say that anyone that attacked Poppy and Zena by proxy are defending Melina being a alleged pedophile. Press 12 if that made sense. Because this is the insanity that we're dealing with here, and then you act as if there's not somebody in the fucking room doing the exact same thing. And I have to unravel this lunacy. Well, look where it's got you. Numerous people who turned on Poppy due to cowardice. Now we get to have their names associated with the pedophile. Let me go ahead and list them. No Flake. Now, these are all victims of Poppy and Zena. No Flake, Crease, Sage, Vivid, Faye Garden, and Gayfesh. So these are all victims of Poppy and Zena's polycule. Also, be sure to add the following content creators: Turkey Tom, Tipster, Chud Logic, Stardust, President Sunday, Sansol, Westside Tyler, Keldoge, Luxander, Goddammit Malcolm, Headbutt Inc., The Mary Chew, Victor Burns, Rampage, and Now Recording. And probably about 8 more drama slop creators that have been buried by the YouTube algorithm. Okay. What do we need to know about the people on this list? And probably the best question is, what name is most detached from the rest of this list? And that would be Rampage. I'm going to make this long and short for you. Everybody on this list made Poppy and Xena videos. That's all it is. The people on this list all made Poppy and Xena videos. Rampage, Poppy. Let's just do Rampage, Poppy. No. And Xena. Look at that. Rampage, Poppy and Xena. Meet Poppy and Xena. God damn it, Malcolm. Remember that? Poppy and Xena. Who else? Luxander. Remember that name from the list? Stardust, Lost Stardust Media, Poppy and Xena Parable. Turkey Tom, Poppy and Xena. President Stardust versus President Sunday. Poppy Xena debate. President Sunday, okay? Press 7 if this made sense to all of you. So the long and the short of it here is that there is nothing to this article. This article should not be read or even disseminated. And I actually had to take breaks as I read through this because it's so long and so fucking shocking as you continue to read this. Hold on, I want to find one other quote. Never mind. I'm not sure where it is, but oh yeah, here's some tweets that Annie literally included in here. Annie Gallagher is literally a predatory pedophile who's been trying to character assassinate Melina for years because Melina exposed the abuses of Poppy and Xena, who Annie is good friends with. Annie Gallagher is literally an actual sexual predator. I've been helping one of her major victims recover for nearly a year. The victim is a then 19-year-old who had their psychotic episodes taken advantage of to help partake in Annie's sick roleplay fantasies, like having them fuck her corpse. Try again. I think that's enough. Press 1 if we've had enough of this. That's what Jessica Messica is pushing as receipts. I don't want to have to talk about this goddamn again, Jessica Messica, because everything else I'm going to be showing here tonight is just going to be, you know, what your future is going to look like. What you ultimately end up looking like when you come out here and you act like a psychopath. Okay? I don't want to have to do this shit again. Just shut the fuck up already. You're using pedophile receipts to try to prove somebody else is a fucking weirdo. You're the fucking weirdo, Jessica, and don't share fucking links when you don't know what the fuck you're fucking sharing. You literally directed people to go pull up a pedo fucking blog. Fucking weirdo, I swear to God. All right, who wants to talk about Kaceytron? Press 1 if you know who Kaceytron is, and press 2 if you do not know who Kaceytron is. Kaceytron is my arch nemesis from Twitch. I'm assuming we met the super chat goal, right? Perfect. Okay, we're doing Dashton later. So Kaceytron's my arch nemesis from Twitch. She called me a pedophile, and the long and the short of it is she is currently getting exactly what she fucking deserves. Okay? So, first of all, if you have no idea what's going on, I would direct you back to my last stream on Kaceytron. It was 5 months ago, I believe. Let's find it. And by the way, I did update the Odyssey back up. 5 months ago, I talked about this. Kaceytron is being sued by Ethan Klein for copyright infringement. Now, I had mentioned, and for those of you that don't know, Kaceytron loves to violate copyright to an embarrassing degree. Kaceytron will literally put on movies and fall asleep and live stream movies while she is sleeping. And I have been shitting on her for years because the fact is there's no way you can keep that up. You're lucky that Ethan Klein is suing you and not somebody named Warner Brothers. Ethan Klein is suing her for $150,000, the maximum. But again, imagine if that was Warner Brothers, you would be getting sued $150,000 per movie, per video, per TV episode. She literally streamed the entirety of Harry Potter. Now, press 1 in the chat if you'd love to make thousands of dollars per month restreaming movies that, by the way, movies you didn't pay for. Movies that you torrented and downloaded onto a Plex server. Press 1 if you'd love to make thousands of dollars a month by just replaying fucking movies that you stole. And her logic is, well, it's the big Hollywood studios. Who cares? Well, it's gonna sure suck if you have to fucking face consequences for it, isn't it? So anyway, she decided to restream Ethan Klein's content, Nuke. When she did it, she made a very specific point of saying, oh, well, if you guys want to watch it here so Ethan doesn't get a view, okay? That was basically in the ballpark of what she said. Now, I didn't stream any updates about it since up till today. I have not streamed any updates about this bullshit. But come to find out, Kaceytron attempted to do a settlement about 2 months ago. So I have a video for that. Is this the video for this? Oh, no. Okay. So this is what happened. Now, when Kaceytron gets sued, initially when she gets sued, she starts bitching out Ethan Klein, doing all these streams, talking about it, I don't remember doing it. I couldn't have done it. This is illegal. He's not going to sue me. This is a joke, whatever.
Blast you, Ethan Klein. Blast you to fucking hell. No, like, what the fuck? Oh, this no good motherfucker and his ugly ass wife. Fucking cunt. God. No, let me tell you.
Now, I'm not joking when I say, I see, like, Hussey, he gets in these lawsuits, and then he starts bitching back and forth with the people, and I think that's stupid. She actually did the same fucking thing. I thought she was smarter than this, and she did the same fucking thing, and she's talking shit about Ethan, talking shit about his employees, poking at him, and then as soon as she gets served, she goes up and starts crying about, oh, my dad had to answer the door and we got served papers, blah, blah, blah. It's like, at what point do you not realize this is not a fucking joke? You're not going to meme your way through this one. So apparently 2 months ago, she tried a settlement. Wait till you see what she fucking did here.
I don't know about you guys, but I think it's finally time the one, the only Kaceytron gets her standalone video, because I've never fully dedicated a video to mostly her. It's always, yeah, we're gonna talk about her, but first let's talk about Denham, Rogan, Hamas, Piker, and others. You know, a lot of other people come to mind, but those are kind of like the first ones, right? And then if we have time, we'll talk about Kaceytron, because out of everyone, she's like the most irrelevant. No one really cares for her, but I woke up today willing to take a risk, alright? Dedicate a video to mainly her and her stupidity and the crash out and her playing the victim even further, and then play the guys I used to be homeless card, because I guess she wants empathy, sympathy for us. Spoiler alert, it ain't gonna work, little bro. Very quickly before we get into it, my evil twin has kidnapped me and told me to tell you guys to plug his channel on the main channel. So if you guys don't know, I do have an evil twin. We've been dropping a lot of bangers, truth be told, so make sure you check it out. It's in the description below and in comments. Go check it out. Extra content.
I mean, I don't want to skip him shouting out his second channel, but like, whatever.
Pretty sure it's those two plus Kaceytron. I mean, if we look at her GoFundMe, it's raised close to...
Okay, so her GoFundMe at this point is raised $46,000. Wait till you find out what she wants to settle with Ethan for.
50K, which is quite surprising to me, considering I guess she's the least relevant out of the three.
And remember, Hussey only raised like 2K. Ethan wants 150,000 to settle and not go to court. And she's raised 46,000 here.
Shocked me. And this is how pretty much everything got started. Ethan Klein claims Kaceytron offered him a settlement of $17,000, which he rejected. Kaceytron, you've raised $44,000. You offer me $17K. That leaves $27,000. It's like, yeah, she just wants to pay very little and keep the rest. Okay, sure. I don't know. Is that even legal? Under no circumstances have you paid your lawyers $27,000. What were you planning on doing with the remaining money? Try to catch a pay date. I rejected her offer.
$17,000 out of $44,000 is what she offered, and said, listen, like, let's just put this aside and like the rest goes to my lawyers. Bullshit. Now, it's also worth noting that right after this lawsuit gets announced, she goes on some weird road trip and elopes with her boyfriend. It's really fucking stupid. Like I said, she's like not taking this serious whatsoever, and she is going to get her consequences. Hearing people victimize themselves over criticisms. Meanwhile, their boss is using millions of dollars to do frivolous lawsuits and put others in financial ruin. I could literally be forced to foreclose and lose my home if I can't keep up with the legal fees. And then, guess who? Guess who? Mrs. I-Dubs herself. I love you, Casey. You're so smart and you deserve so much more respect online.
Obviously. Now, Mr. Klein, I could tell you what she wanted to spend her money on. More drugs. Because
what was her last name supposed to be? Washburn? I'm calling her Mrs. Washburn from now on.
Drug addict, whatever you guys want to call it. And it's like, if you want to do that,
bitch
go right
stormed
ahead,
the Capitol.
Right? I'm not judging anyone. This is a judgment-free zone, alright? Everyone is welcome. But how are you going to be begging for money, yet still spend money getting high? It's like, so are you broke, or are you selectively broke? Or are you that much of an addict?
Oh yeah, I may have forgotten to mention this, but like she smokes weed like constantly on stream.
That you can't stop buying weed even though you're broke, which, yeah, that makes you an addict. Guys, I'm so broke and I can't eat and I need a GoFundMe, but I'm still gonna
It's one of her hallmark qualities.
Got his and her Labubu's for me and my
yeah
man.
They were buying fucking Labubu's.
Broke, begging for money. You still have,
like, somebody even says, are you supposed to be saving for that money for a lawsuit?
Time to go on a little vacay and get Labubu's. It's like, I see you spending your GoFundMe money quite wisely. Paying lawyers, maybe get a better settlement. Fuck that. Let's get some fucking Labubu's, matcha, and Dubai chocolate. And Labubu Dubai chocolate, right, guys? Because that's where I need to spend my money, obviously. What the fuck? And then this was pretty much what inspired me to make this video. It says, I'm gonna try and not break down while reading this, guys. It's quite emotional, so hopefully you bear with me here. I come from poverty, drug abuse, and domestic violence. Okay, I was gonna say a joke, but let's just be real for a second. Let's be humane for a second, alright? I've had firearms pointed at me for defending my mother from abuse. Privileged people like Ethan/AP will never know the violence of poverty. Okay, now I really want to make
the violence of poverty. Now, I am not denying that people who live in poverty generally also live in violent situations as well, but one does not make the other.
Jokes about this. What Ethan is doing with his millions is class warfare to silence criticism discussing. Alright, brokey, shut your bitch ass up. Playing this whole fucking victim character like, oh no guys, I used to be poor at some point and poverty and I'm getting bullied by this multi-millionaire who's bullying this small streamer. Well, if you didn't want to end up in that situation, you could have been smarter and actually now fuck around and find out. I don't know how that's shocking. And it's like Ethan.
And keep in mind, all she had to do was not say, we're watching this to take views away from Ethan Klein. That's all she had to do. She didn't even really have to react to it. She just had to not say, I'm doing this to take money away from Ethan Klein.
Ethan and Hila were broke before. I remember very vividly, there was this story about how they went to a grocery store and they were going to make something and they couldn't afford I believe it was a bell pepper and they had to put it back and that was like an awakening for them. Like, why are people acting, and by people I mean by Kaceytron and others, why are people acting?
Yeah, so there's like some bell pepper story where like they end up putting back a bell pepper or something because they couldn't afford it, and that's when they got like real serious about like their finances and stuff and like whatever. So yeah, speaking of, click the join button, become a member.
Like Ethan and Hila were Nepo babies and they've been multi-billionaires their whole life.
I need a bell pepper.
It's not the situation. Ethan and Hila have faced very hard financial times. I don't know if it's the same poverty that Kaceytron has faced, but it's like, yeah, we know. It's like this comment, this little speech about, guys, I come from poverty and drug abuse. It's like, okay, well, that's on you, and you're 40 years old. You can fix that, all right? Stop blaming everyone else for your problems that you might have. It's like, sure, when you're a little kid / teen / maybe early 20s, it's like, sure, I mean, that's kind of like the life you fell into. But if you're 30 or 40, you gotta stop blaming your parents and actually do something with your life. I don't know. I can't imagine being a failure in life and blaming my mom for not giving me something that I wanted when I was a little kid because we were poor. It's like, come on. Sure, that applies if you're a little kid, but when you're 40 like Kaceytron is, it's like, you gotta grow up. You gotta stop begging for money and you gotta do something with your life, alright? Stop trying to play the fucking victim. Guys, I used to be poor. Well, womp womp. I don't know what to tell you. It's like, womp womp womp. I don't care, little bro. You're 40. Do something with your life instead of smoking weed and stealing people's content. It's like, I don't know, maybe if you change that, your life might improve. Worth considering, honestly, instead of begging for people to give you money. And then she replies with the story of Ethan that I just told. Can you guys please spare me from hearing about Ethan and Hila's story of having to put the pepper back? This is literally regular life for 90% of people. The fact that they retell this story as some big life trauma just further shows their privilege. I mean,
oh my god. So yeah, it's white privilege to be poor in America now. Let me show you something, because like what kills me about this is like she tries to pretend like she doesn't have any privilege on her fucking own. Look at, I can't watch the videos. Well, I could pull up a clip actually, I guess, but I can't watch the actual videos because she's got it all on members only. She monetized the hell out of her shit. She's got 2,560 subscribers or members, is like it is on YouTube. But she's got 2,500 members. That's about, I think, what? At $250 a piece, that is like $6,500 a month. That's $6,500 a month. And in one of her streams, somewhere along this line, we might stumble across it, but she says that she gives out apparently $2,000 to her family. So what's happening to the other $4,500 that you're making monthly? This is monthly. How many of you are making $4,000 a month? Press 1 in the chat. Press 2 in the chat. It's okay. Don't be ashamed. It's okay. Some of you probably are making $4,000 a month. Most of us probably are not. And she wants to come over here and be like, stop talking about the bell pepper, okay? That's like most of America.
It might have been broke,
Oh, look, that's what I mean. If you're making at least $4,000 a month.
but you haven't been broke like me. It's like these people constantly move the fucking goalposts so they look more like the victim. That doesn't invalidate their story. Like, are they supposed to suffer more just because you suffer more? I bet if Ethan said, well, yeah, you know, when I was a little kid, 2 of my dogs got killed and I was very sad, and then my mom wouldn't let me get a new one. She would come on here and say,
Yeah, at some point you're just playing the oppression Olympics. Oh, I'm poorer than you are. I'm independently wealthy. Well, give me a goddamn crypto, okay?
well, that's just average for 80% of the people. You know, I had 3 dogs be taken from me and killed in front of me, so you don't know anything about suffering. It's like, what the fuck? Kaceytron, where's your empathy for the bell pepper story, alright? Classic, bring family into the situation. All I can say from now on is good luck, Laceytron. And I forgot I left a comment. This person said, come from poverty. Bro, you're still there. Was there any point in your life when you weren't a victim? That's what I want to know. All I know this woman for is smoking weed, getting high, being a horrible person, and playing the victim. That's literally all she's known for. And of course, I had to leave something because I just found this way too funny. I said, LOL, imagine being broke. You deserve this. Was that kind of mean? Nah, I mean, I don't care. This person says comedy. And it's a tweet by the Jom House, and it says, you could be a victim of childhood abuse / trauma and still be an asshole as an adult. They are mutually exclusive. This is literally just...
Yeah, Kaceytron is evidence of that, and you should know that. You are too, Anissa.
a sneaky reply towards Kaceytron. This is exactly the type of woman she is. Guys, at some point, I was homeless. Guys, at some point, I faced poverty. Please feel bad for me. I want you guys to feel bad for me because... I don't know, you should. Once again, I ask this. How are you broke, yet you have money for fucking Labubu's and Dubai chocolate, dude, and boba? It's like, the GoFundMe is being used greatly, guys, alright? Now, do I care that she comes from poverty, drug abuse, and domestic violence? I don't care. People have it worse, Kaceytron. Compared to you, you had it pretty nice, alright? If we're gonna use her logic and her same talking points, this is nothing compared to what people in third world countries go to, alright? This is nothing to kids who are constantly at war, alright? This is nothing. You lived in America, you privileged bitch. I mean, it's extremely easy to apply that logic towards her, alright? So no, I don't feel bad for her. I don't care. And then the tweets continue from her. You aren't going to threaten my entire livelihood with lawsuits and just get away with it, Ethan Klein. I'm going to expose the suffering that you're making me. An innocent white woman.
Like, no joke, an innocent white woman. Go through every step of the way.
Go through every step of the way. I bet she felt like this typing this. Please tell me this is satirical. I think it is, right? This is something that I would type. I'm an innocent white person. How dare you, sir? It's like, bro, shut up. Please stop. This is embarrassing. Don't you have a kid to take care of or a blunt to smoke? Then we get this. Ethan Klein announces that Olivia will be taking...
Okay, so keep in mind, Ethan lawsuit... You just completely insulted him with a $17,500 offer. So what do you do? What do you decide to do? You decide to dig in even deeper. And Ethan, apparently, one of his employees decides to quit. They're taking a mental health break, and they decide to quit. And Kaceytron, the weirdo that she is, decides to do a whole ass tarot reading on this person.
The mental health break from the H3
publicly
is the drama, and we got an update about the situation a few hours ago. And yes, Kaceytron is involved. Just trust the process, guys.
Especially Olivia, who's said she's on a mental health break, who quit the show which is what you fucking scumbags wanted, and that's not enough.
Right.
I thought quitting the show was what made them all saintly, made them all like, oh great, yeah, she's one of the good guys now. No, of course it was never going to be enough.
Yep.
Now, I get it. Everyone is different. Not everyone could tolerate the same amount of criticism / hate. And this is not to shit talk Olivia by any means, right? No hate towards anyone except Kaceytron, because fuck that.
Yeah, and so the reason that I believe Olivia quit was because she was getting harassed by people who were anti-Ethan Klein. For example, Kaceytron.
Bitch. But I think when you do this kind of stuff, in my opinion, when you quit because the enemy wants you to quit, they win. All right, don't give them that power. I would have stayed on and thrown more shots at whoever directed them towards me, right? But that's me. Not everyone's built the same. Everyone's different. Everyone has a different level of the amount of backlash / hate / criticism they could get. Now, once again, I would have never left the show. I don't care what random losers, and by random losers I mean people like Frogan, Denims, and Kaceytron here. It's like, once again, speaking from my point of view only, if I get into drama, I will never quit, because at that point you're giving them ammunition, and on top of that, it's like, I'm not gonna lose, alright? I'm just not gonna lose because some internet drama by a fucking drug addict. Yeah, dude, I mean, if I lost that battle, I would have to rethink my whole life. How did I let a junkie fucking beat me at this? You know what I mean? And the last Kaceytron tweet we got before she passed out from all the drugs she's been taking, she responded to the video that we just took a look at and says, "My prayers and manifestation seem to be paying off." Okay, good on Olivia. I hope she gives herself grace on this path to a higher self.
My prayers and manifestation seems to be paying off. So she was apparently praying and manifesting that this person would quit Ethan's company, like quit the show. Like, it's just so weird. And then what they'll do is they'll say, oh, Ethan's so obsessed with Hassan. Ethan's so obsessed with Hassan. Meanwhile, they're over here casting fucking spells and shit.
She's still a young woman. Take it from me, Olivia,
oh yeah, don't all these women are gonna kind of blend together and sound very familiar at some point.
Woman, trust your inner voice. I know it was calling out to you these last years.
Look at this
Learn
shit.
from this. And then she gives a whole witchcraft thingy, which I don't know how many of you guys out there believe in this kind of stuff. I don't believe in cards. I don't believe on anything. Not to sound corny, but I don't believe in stuff like this to help you out. I don't believe in voodoo dolls. I don't believe in cards. I don't believe people could put spells on you. And if that was the case, I would have been dead like 2 years ago. I don't know if I want to get into that.
I'll say this much. I don't believe Kaceytron can read her, like, I think she's far too stoned to read anything, let alone anyone's intuition.
But I used to know someone who would do this kind of stuff. Not this insane, but was kind of into all of this. And we did it in the best terms. And all I know is that a voodoo doll would have been made on me. The cards would have preyed on my downfall. And I would have died in a fucking car accident. Or my voodoo doll would have been picked in the fucking head. And
no burst heart reactions.
I don't know. It hasn't happened yet, so
me.
It's still a possibility, but it would have been done at this point. A fucking sense voodoo doll would have been made, and that would have been fucking dead like 2 years ago. So do I believe in this? No. Do I believe in anything, period? No. I believe you are responsible for your faith. I don't hold faith in cards. I don't put faith on strangers.
Hold on, he's babbling about tarot.
I don't depend on a higher power.
Oh my god.
Kaceytron is using these cards. Which ones are these?
Alright, enough about the tarot.
We have the it's related. I don't care. This will be a rare Elon W. If Elon Musk gets Hassan banned, I will buy a Tesla. That'll be hilarious. If Hassan gets banned because of Elon. And as a matter of fact, did he tag Twitch more than your favorite edgy?
Is that it? Alright, listen, I think that's it. Sensitive Society, if you're into this guy's videos, I'll link it in the chat. Okay, so this is what I mean, is that she is over here offering, she's making $44,000 on her GoFundMe and then offering him $17,500. Okay. Which is obviously insulting. And like I said, you obviously are trying to get a payday out of this. Well, it turns out Kaceytron, for those of you that don't know, her Halloween costume flopped. And this is an important thing to note here. The way nobody at the party got my costume, that's how bad she flopped. And Kaceytron's decided she needs goddamn attention. Every day I get a barrage of comments telling me to kill myself, that I'm going to have my life ruined, that Ethan Klein is going to take everything that I have, and that my disabled father will be on the streets. Another year of this lawsuit ahead. It's a lot to bear. In this industry, the only time prominent men care about women's sexual assault or harassment is when they can use it as cannon fodder against their perceived enemies. Stop using women's pain that you don't even actually care about as a gotcha in your ego games. Incel-infested hellscape of a website. She's talking about Twitch, by the way. It's actually crazy how willing incels are to broadcast their mental unwellness in my comment sections on an hourly basis. Oh, maybe she's talking about Twitter here. Somebody makes a comment. Genuinely the easiest way for any woman to look 5 times less attractive about septum piercings. I made this same comment about septum piercings. I think they're gross. Septum piercings, crystals, and astrology are a great way to ward off men that will never see you as an equal, will never respect your interests or beliefs, and also will never sexually satisfy you. So, Nuxtaku decided to reply to this. If you make yourself look ugly and retarded, men will stay away. Brilliant. Not I triggered the incel brigade. I'm about to have hundreds of pedophile rape enablers telling me how undesirable I am to them, as if any woman wants to attract, quote, men of such low value. This is me and my husband, by the way. Just realize the incels have been so busy smearing Hassan, they haven't done an e-girls in hot tubs or ruining Twitch hate campaign for over a year. Yeah, it's almost like you gave them a distraction this whole time. So then somebody posts this clip. Kaceytron ends stream early due to being overwhelmed by the relentless harassment campaigns targeting her, including being doxxed while live. It's starting to get to me. It's hard to be strong all the time, especially when I don't feel like I have a whole lot of support. Ugh.
You know, like, I'm somebody who deals with, like, a lot of harassment. I've dealt with, like, a lot of harassment over the years, like, a lot. Like, I would say more than most people, but it's even, like, getting to be just, like, a little bit too much for me sometimes, like, honestly.
Oh, God. Oh. You are a literal, admitted rage baiter, Kaceytron. This is what you signed up for. Maybe if you would stop rage baiting, you wouldn't be in this position. Maybe you could start apologizing to people, myself included, by the way. And maybe you could use this as a wake-up call. But no, you're just going to go back to calling everybody incels and pedophiles, aren't you?
You know, and I'm somebody who's dealt with a lot of harassment, but having, like, people, like, you know, doxing me all the time, like tweeting at me my address and shit all the fucking time, you know, basically constantly saying things to goad me into killing myself all the time. Like things like, you know, Ethan Klein is going to ruin my life, that he's going to foreclose on my house.
Okay, maybe maybe you shouldn't be violating copyrights like that.
I'm going to be homeless on the streets, that I'm going to have to be prostituting myself for money and shit. All sorts of really fucked up, awful shit said.
Yes, all the same shit that you've been hearing for the past 13 years. Because you brought it upon yourself. This is just log off. If you can't handle it, fucking log off. When I can't handle it, I go log the fuck off.
To me across all social media on a constant fucking basis on every platform every day. Like it's starting to get to me. You know, like I feel anxious, like I feel under threat all the time, like I'm waking up in the middle of the fucking night screaming, okay?
Good.
But yeah, I just like I'm in a very emotionally vulnerable position, and it's hard to be
I have to make sure I monetize it too, right?
I don't feel like I have like a whole lot of support. Honestly, like I have, you know, some people on the left, like I have like
Do you understand that the reason you don't have any support is because you've called everybody pedophiles and incels?
My viewers, but it's like I don't really have
just for attention,
you know, support of like many like people with like huge platforms. Like I have the ire of so many hateful incel communities, basically, because I've just spoken out.
The incel communities are because she spoke out against the incel communities.
Against misogyny. And
like the fact that there are delusional people in her chat that actually are stupid enough to like go along with this thing of the incels are after us. I thought originally that most of these people realize that the incels are after me as a joke, but like she's not joking. I've always said this. Part of growing up is learning that Kaceytron is not trolling. She's actually retarded. Like, unironically, I was friends with her for a good minute. She's unironically retarded. Like, not like this isn't trolling. She's actually this stupid.
Yeah, I just feel like very alone and isolated a lot. Like it is really difficult what this is doing to me.
Here's my husband, by the way.
The kind of like stress that this is putting me under. It's very hard. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the night. I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, sorry.
Oh my God.
I'm just tired. I'll be back tomorrow.
I'm just tired. Let me wipe this away on camera.
Yeah, have a good night.
Oh, God, somebody get her an Emmy. The constant harassment, doxing threats, and hateful comments from people trying to get me to kill myself can be overwhelming at times. I'm going to give a more personal statement soon on how this Ethan Klein lawsuit has affected me. I feel very isolated and alone right now. This has been going on all month, by the way. I didn't even mention that, like, I think the first post was November 2nd. This is the whole month this has been going on. Do a category for the most and so they're talking about the streamer awards. I hate to break it to all of you. There is actually an awards show for live streaming. I'm sorry that there are retarded people on Twitch who thought this was like an idea that wasn't completely fucking cringe, but there is a streamer awards show. Okay? This is what she's talking about, just context. Do a category for the most entitled, whiny, overrated man. It would be a heavily congested category. Very fierce competition. This is talking about, I think it's a drag queen that's running, and she tries to pander to gay people, and like I think most of them have started to realize like, oh no, she's actually fucking like deliberately insane. All right, so the GoFundMe has slowed down. So let's look at her GoFundMe really quickly. She's at $57,000. November the 24th, she posts a video. And as you can see from her GoFundMe, like what she's actually earned 5 months ago, $100. But there's only been 2 donations in the past 4 days, according to this. Okay? Maybe there's been more, but either way, she has set the goal. Now, remember, the settlement amount is $150,000, right? The goal is $250,000, and she's raised $57,000. I wanted to give a more personal update on how the lawsuit is affecting myself and my family. Here is the statement from my live stream. Please consider donating to my GoFundMe or even signing up for a monthly donation.
Accuse him of malicious conduct. Okay. So, first of all, my intention of this statement is not to blame Ethan Klein or accuse him of malicious conduct. So,
No.
please.
Did you finally get a lawyer to tell you, like, to actually say shit like this before you try talking about the person that's suing you?
Please refrain from making any hateful posts about him. If he believes he has a copyright claim, he is entitled to pursue it. My intention is to shed some light on the financial strain that
Oh, I hope he does.
is causing me and my family, and also why I made a settlement offer to Ethan.
Uh-huh.
So when this lawsuit began, it was unclear how myself and my family were going to survive this. It is only due to the unbelievable generosity of others that I have been able to afford the devastating financial effects of this lawsuit. I will forever be grateful for the kindness and support.
What devastating effects? Because on top of the GoFundMe money that I don't even know, does she even get access to the GoFundMe money if she doesn't hit the goal? Like, how does that even work? But, like, even with that GoFundMe money, and that's just for your legal expenses, you've still been streaming. You've still been making about $6,000 a month. What are you talking about? What financial distress are you in?
That I've received during this dark time in my life. We have raised just over $49,000 on my GoFundMe. I have also contributed another $5,000 from various marathons and fundraising, bringing the total up to $54,000.
Uh-huh.
All of these funds were deposited into a separate bank account that I opened exclusively for legal expenses. None of these funds have been used for any personal expense. They have been used exclusively for my legal fees. These funds are
Right.
not going to last much longer, given
That's why you went on vacation like 2 days after opening the GoFundMe, right?
the needs of the litigation and the work that is being done to defend against Ethan Klein's lawsuit. In September, I made a settlement offer to Ethan for $17,500.
And keep in mind, he wants $150,000. So you're offering him less than like 10%. Or a little bit more than 10% of what he's asking for.
This offer was publicly revealed by Ethan to his Instagram followers. This settlement offer that I made was in no way, shape, or form an attempt to make a payday. It was because the looming threat of financial ruin is a stress that I would not wish on to anyone.
The looming threat of financial ruin, not the actual financial ruin, not actually financial ruin, but the threat of it is just so stressful that she needed $30,000.
My mother, father, and sister all struggle with disability and housing instability. They
Oh,
are
no.
my family and they depend on me. Just
Oh.
this month, like many other low-income Americans, my mother and disabled sister had their food stamps taken away.
Oh my god.
Under the current political
I would love to know why your mother and your sister, your mother, I don't totally understand, but your sister, why? Is it because of all of the money that you're making and then giving to your sister and your mother? Is that why? Because at some point, the government does say, hey, where's all this other money that you're making coming from?
climate, the future
My question is, why is Hassan not helping his harem? That's a very good question, Rampage, as to why Hassan is not helping them. But as far as I'm fucking concerned, I do not give a fuck. I hope he doesn't help them, because none of them deserve any help for this shit at all. I think they all fucking made their fucking bed and laid in it. If they can't just figure out a way to like give Ethan a genuine apology and try to make things right, because I do actually believe he would accept a genuine fucking apology from some of these people. But that's just live streamers. That's where their ego is. And it takes that kind of ego to like actually drag this around this far, because remember, the minute he said lawsuit, she said your wife's an ugly cunt. I mean, it's insane to think like, I mean, honestly, if all you had to do in this situation was apologize, if all you had to do, in fact, if all you had to do in this situation was apologize and hand over this GoFundMe money of $57,000 and everything's done with tomorrow. Press 1 if you do that. And press 2 if your ego means this much to you. I would take that deal in a goddamn heartbeat. And I'd say, you're right. I shouldn't have said that fucking shit. My bad. Like, this is literally the definition of fuck around and find out. And we're going to watch, apparently Asmongold gets into the middle of this, and we're going to watch him react to it. But he even says, if your fucking family depends on this fucking money, why the fuck would you put that at risk by violating copyrights the way you've been doing? Again, you are lucky that it's Ethan Klein suing you and not Warner Brothers or 21st Century Fox that are fucking suing your ass into fucking obscurity. Because like I said, it'd be $150,000 per claim.
of funding for other assistance is uncertain.
You know Hassan ain't got no goddamn money. He's spending it all on bullshit.
To fail them. I simply want this nightmare to be over so that I can go back to providing my family with my full support. Ethan Klein is suing me for $150,000, which is the maximum damages for
She's so goddamn dramatic. You just tell there's a fucking act.
malicious copyright infringement.
Oh.
I believe it is highly unlikely that a court would find me liable for copyright infringement at all, and certainly not malicious copyright infringement.
Hold on. But what about you live streaming movies while you sleep? You don't think a court would find that to be malicious copyright infringement?
My offer was tied to the maximum damages for normal copyright infringement, which has a maximum damage of $30,000.
Right, but you were malicious about it because you went out of your way to say, I know people want to watch this so that they don't give a view to Ethan Klein. That's why it's malicious, and that's why you deserve this.
Considering it is unlikely there are any damages at all that I could have caused, even if I am found liable for
No damages you could have caused. Well, maybe you shouldn't have said that I'm causing... You literally said you were causing damages to Ethan Klein. out loud. Maybe don't say that if you didn't think there was any damages.
Copyright infringement. My offer of $17,500 felt very generous. For me, that is a lot of
My offer of $17,500 felt very generous. It would have been so generous of me to give him $17,500 and keep the other $22,000. Isn't she so generous, guys? Isn't she so fucking generous to offer him $17,000? That's a lot of money for her. Even though she makes $17,000 within 3 months of live streaming.
money, and it would have come directly from my own pocket. On this note, I want to clarify that any donations that I have received are being used for my legal defense costs against Ethan, nothing else. These funds will not be a part of any settlement offer. In the event that we were to settle, I will take responsibility for any settlement and any...
You do not realize that you are going to end up paying out more than $150,000 to settle this. Don't you realize this? You don't realize this, do you?
remaining funds would go towards the remaining parties that are also being sued by Ethan. I have no intention to keep any money...
Yeah, you're not even at 100,000, girl.
...from this fundraising for any personal use whatsoever. If we are unable to reach a settlement soon, this could...
Fucking Frogan and Denims are gonna be fighting for scraps of what's left over. That, like, there's not, you have not even gotten to 150,000. How can you say the rest is going to them?
...stretch all the way to December of next year and cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Tens of hundreds of thousands of dollars. Hundreds and tens of billions of dollars, and I hope you're fucking bankrupt.
...through the end of the trial. To be clear, I don't make anywhere near this kind
No
of
problem.
money.
Good to see
like
you, real
most
page.
Americans, I live paycheck to paycheck. I do not have any personal savings. Over the years, I've been stretched very thin because I help support multiple family members. I want to make it
You see how she has, like, written in the script, like, pause to wipe away tear?
clear to Ethan, I will gladly set aside my ego and do whatever is necessary and consistent with my principles to resolve this matter and get back to what matters most to me, helping my family in this devastating financial climate. I feel deeply guilty even asking for community funding during such difficult times because I realize I'm asking for help from people who are also facing...
Not more community funding, not more. Guys, I'm only making $6,000 a month.
...financial hardship.
And by the way, I should add, that's $6,000 a month. That's $6,000 a month on motherfucking Twitch subscriptions. That doesn't include her PayPal. That doesn't include her credit card tips. That doesn't include her Twitch bits. Okay? That doesn't include all her merch. It doesn't include, like, this bitch is monetizing constantly. She is easily making $10,000 a month. Okay? And she wants to sit here, man, I don't make that much money. Oh my God, I'm a poor streamer. No, you just spend too much money on weed. You spend all of your fucking money on weed and it, like, you're still not fucking happy. So why don't you find some other drug to fucking get yourself fucking in check, bitch?
Since this lawsuit was announced, it has resulted in a barrage of hate and harassment that has been incredibly mentally taxing. Every day across all of my social media, I am relentlessly reminded that my life could be ruined.
Oh
that myself and my family could wind up living on the streets.
Oh
that
my
Ethan
God.
is going to foreclose.
Does anyone remember a few years ago when she was like pretending to work at McDonald's? She had the outfit and whatever, and she was like dancing around on the street corner like a hooker, like mocking the whole thing. I think this was when she owned the bar or something like that. And it's just like, I mean, this is all shit that you've made fun of yourself doing. You are crying over fucking nothing. You have been dealing with 4chan trolls since 2013. You dumb bitch. Stop crying, you fucking idiot. Just suck it up and apologize, you fucking idiot.
On my home. All realities that feel very real to me right now.
Just like all she has to do is take the fucking L, and her head is so far up her fucking ass that she can't even breathe.
Used by hateful onlookers to push me into killing myself.
Oh,
The thought of dealing with the constant
God.
doxing,
I've been doing this for 12 years. Nobody's ever told me to kill myself.
threats to my life, and harassment for another year is extremely dark.
If you are at a place where you're saying this, it's not because other people are telling you to kill yourself. It's because you've been thinking about it. It's time to log off, honey.
This treatment wears on a person, and it has left me feeling extremely drained, isolated, and depressed.
Oh, no.
Moving forward, I'll continue to provide any updates on any future developments. It may end up being a long road, and I'm going to be working hard to keep up with the legal fees every month for as long as is necessary if this litigation is not settled soon. I've changed my GoFundMe.
Don't worry, guys. This lawsuit is draining me financially, but I'm gonna keep fighting it. Don't worry.
My goal to better reflect the cost of this sort of litigation. Again, these funds are exclusively for my lawyer.
Like, it kind of gives you some, like, respect for the way DC was like, listen, I've got too much other shit going on in my life. I'm just gonna settle this shit with Hussey. Fuck it. I can say whatever the fuck I want, but I'm done with this fucking bullshit.
Lawyer fees. This is not money that will go towards any sort of settlement or to any of my personal expenses. Please consider donating or even signing up for a monthly donation. Check out any of my links below. You can also support
I don't think
by
I
tuning
will.
into any of my live streams on social media. Even just some positivity in the sea of negativity
You
means
got any Twitch Prime? Any Twitch Prime?
everything right now. Thank you all so much for listening to my side of the story. And again, thank you all for the love and support.
Oh.
Okay, that's all I had to say. And yeah, obviously I'm reading from a script. Like, obviously it was something that I wrote.
She wrote it from the heart.
I don't know. Like, I don't want to be, like, criticized for, like, coming on camera and, like, crying and shit, because it's not something I want to do. Like, I've been put in
It's not something I want to do. It's something I need to do because of my ego.
this position where this is what I have to do to survive. And, like, I'm doing this knowing
I've been put in a position where I have to work up fake tears and cry on camera to survive. To survive. There is something wrong when you are claiming that you're taking out $2,000 out of at least $5,000 a month that you're making. This is insane.
that it's going to result in, like, the whole fucking hate brigade, you know, like Asmongold, XQC, all of them are going to go live and make a video and make fun of me and laugh about how I'm going to...
Yes, I'm going to laugh at you. Ha 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 ha. You fucking deserve this, you fucking bitch.
lose everything and all this other messed up shit, and they're going to further profit off of my pain.
Yes.
You know,
Guys, please hit up the super chat button so that I can profit off of her pain.
it just
I am literally one of her victims.
really sucks the position that I've been put in, and I just hope that I can move on from it soon. But if I can't, then I'm prepared to, you know, keep on moving forward and keep fighting. But in order to do that, it's like I have to make myself emotionally vulnerable.
Oh no, I have to make myself emotionally vulnerable so people will believe me.
But yeah, I can kind of answer.
I mean, this is actually delusional bullshit. Like, like she literally records the part where she tells on herself.
Answer some questions. Really should have settled immediately. Good luck. You're saying that, but that was never like really an option. People keep on saying things.
Yes, it was. You could have settled for the $40,000 and said, "Let me keep 3,000 because I paid off some fucking lawyers. I already had to pay some lawyers out of pocket, so I'm gonna keep about $5,000, but you get the rest, Ethan. I'm sorry about all this. I don't actually want to go to court with you. You make a lot more money than I do." I mean, but like, again, she could afford to deal with all of this. This is all literally an act because her Katy Perry fucking Halloween costume flopped. Let's be real. It's the fucking Halloween costume.
That they have no clue what they're talking about. So yeah, you should really like keep away from just saying things that you don't really know what you're talking about.
How do you fucking figure? Oh, you should just not talk about things that you don't know what you're talking about. How do you fucking figure? You could have settled for a reasonable amount. You wanted to give him 17 grand.
I can kind of answer some questions.
And you wanted to give him 17 grand out of your pocket because you wanted to sit there and say, "Well, this is all I have is 17 grand. I can't give you any money out of the GoFundMe right now." And you know better. You are such a goddamn snake.
Really should have settled immediately. Good luck. You're saying that, but that was never like really an option. People keep on saying things that they have no clue what they're talking about. So yeah, you should really like keep away from just saying things that you don't really know what you're talking about.
'Cause that's the kind of
yeah.
dumb bitch she is, random fishy.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. What, the 5 delusional people that are left? Okay. So she posts this, and Asmongold gets into the middle of this. Okay, so this guy, Anthony Sargon, posts this quote tweet. Says, "Ethan Klein, just drop the lawsuits. You're ruining people's lives and your own life in the process. End this fucking cycle once and for all. Jesus Christ, man." And Asmongold replies, "All you do is talk shit about Ethan. Why would he look for your approval? Don't believe me. Search this and read the post yourself." Basically, search for all of the tweets that you've written about Ethan Klein. You're not asking in good faith. You want to lie and misrepresent someone while portraying yourself as the victim. "My approval's irrelevant at this point, but I used to be a huge fan, and H3 inspired my entire show. If he dropped the lawsuits, I'd absolutely give him credit. Not sure how I'm making myself out to be a victim in this situation." Honest question, do you think that the girls he's suing uploaded his video in good faith? Well, they definitely reacted to the video to criticize Ethan, but I do not believe they reacted to it with the express purpose of stealing views and revenue. Frogan was a big part of the content nuke. Of course she'd watch it. Ethan has a personal reasons to sue these people. How do you reconcile the fact that they on video explicitly said the exact thing that you're saying that they didn't do? This is the point. If you go back and watch my reaction to this initially, is that they all explicitly said, "We're watching this so that we don't give Ethan Klein a view." You're guilty, okay? I know I've said that about Shani and Rev, but let's be real. Shani and Rev probably aren't going to be suing any of us. I take a few risks when it comes to people that shit in a bucket. I like to live on the edge sometimes. Zach, he doesn't give a shit about copyright. He's just getting back at them because he thinks they tanked his podcast. And you have personal beef with Kaceytron, so you're enjoying this for your own reasons. There's another way to solve this. He even refused settling with Kaceytron. This reply is the exact reason I hope Ethan sues them into poverty. Lying, gaslighting, and then hostility when pressed. You know what you're doing, and everybody else does too. You insult everyone's intelligence by engaging in such obvious manipulation. All right. So now I have to explain to you the beef between Asmongold and Kaceytron. The long and the short of it is that Kaceytron made a comment about, I would never have any respect for a man who let his mother, for a millionaire who let his mother die in a filthy house, okay? Something along those lines. Asmongold's a very popular streamer. He's a millionaire, okay? That's where that part comes from. He's also a hoarder. His mother's a hoarder. They were both smokers, and his mama basically smoked herself to death in that house. I gotta be real, okay? She smoked herself to death in that house. It's not Asmongold's fault. She wanted to live like that, and things sure could have been different, but she wanted to live like that, apparently, okay? I don't really care. I just don't know why we're coming in with the your mama died in a dirty house jokes, you know. It's kind of classless. You know, everybody has mostly tried to avoid the whole DC thing, you know, these last few weeks. You see what I'm saying? Like, you could be a little bit more respectful about somebody's mama, but, you know, then again, you're the one who uses yours as a talking point for why you're a victim. So anyway, what ends up happening is, press 1 if you know Holly Cannabis. Now, Holly Cannabis is Kaceytron's sister, okay? She used to live stream. She doesn't anymore. She actually did some good live streams, I'll be honest. And she was very entertaining. However, she stopped streaming. I don't know why. I don't care. It's just, I don't give a fuck, okay? But Holly has been doing this thing where she keeps coming out every so often. And by the way, is this starting to sound like FFG and her family a little bit? Why Kaceytron's paying all the bills for all the people in her family while they're on EBT? Right? Does it sound weird to anybody else? Anyway, Holly decides to jump in on this. Very nobody asked. Hi, Zach. Zach is Asmongold's name. Casey sacrificed her 20s to take care of our family. We had both of our childhood homes foreclosed on and spent 10 years living with constant housing instability. Our mom, who is deaf, had been trapped with her abuser, who stalked her, beat her, and stabbed her 3 times. She wouldn't even be alive if Casey had not worked her ass off to buy that house. Our younger sister, who is disabled, was also a victim of that violence. I was able to leave my own abusive relationship because the stability Casey provided for our entire family. And when our father, who is physically disabled, facing homelessness and had nowhere to go, Casey took care of him too. I know you also grew up in poverty, and despite yours and Casey's differences, I find it pretty sad you would ever wish that kind of violence on our family. I wouldn't wish that on my worst fucking enemy. I don't even know you. Why are you wishing homelessness on our family? For drama? Okay. You see what they're doing here? They're equating poverty to violence. That if you're poor, that is violence that is inherently violence being inflicted upon you. I understand poverty sucks. Poverty might even make you a little violent, dare I say. But poverty and violence are not like hand in hand that way. I have a question. Did Carrie actually get the cops sent to her house? I have no idea. I heard that somebody did a wellness check on her. That's what I heard. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I have no idea. But I will say hit the like button. And also, thank you for the $5 super chat, Rampage. I really appreciate it. Good to see you. Carrie got swatted. Damn, that sucks. I mean, that's how shit's fucking rolling out here. And that's, I guess, what she's complaining about here, or what Kaceytron's complaining about, is, oh, people are doxing me. And it's like, people have been doxing you for years. Like, this is only a victim thing when it's a victim thing for you. Like, when you need it. You only are a victim when you conveniently need it. The rest of the time, you're talking shit and calling everybody incels and pedophiles. Who asked? I don't... So Asmongold replies, who asked? I don't care. And if the shoe was on the other foot, you wouldn't either. Emotional blackmail to avoid accountability, manipulative and predictable. It won't save you. If she was supporting all of those people, why would she blatantly break the law and put that at risk? And Holly says, you react to videos all day, Zach. Now, she does have a point that Asmongold is probably up there with the copyright offenses, but to be fair, he's not playing movies in the middle of the night, okay? I realize he does lazy reacts, but that's not comparable to what your sister does, Holly. Intentionally misunderstanding things might work on Twitter, but it won't work in court. Your sister will find that out soon. All right, emotional blackmail 101 is big in 2025. Who am I blackmailing and how? She had every chance to apologize and not steal content. Actions have consequences. She offered him a $17,500 settlement. Are you out of your mind? This one I enjoyed quite a bit. Our mom who is deaf, okay? And if you go apparently on Holly's profile from September 25th, our mom who is deaf, quote, last night my mom called and said she finally agreed Jesus would be a socialist and would march with trans Antifa. I've spent the last 2 years teaching her liberation theology. I never thought I'd reach her, but sometimes religion is the only way. Once again, Marx was right. Last night, my mom called. So our mom who is deaf, yes, she's legally deaf. So it's just like, you see how this whole thing is starting to make the whole family look like a bunch of grifters just as much as Kaceytron's out here grifting. Because that's what all of this is. This is a grift. This is a grift because ultimately you don't want to pay. And I still think if you offered him the $57,000 that's there right now, he'd probably take it and you'd be done with this. But your ego won't let you, will it, Kaceytron? That's what it's really about. Your ego won't let you. So anyway, Holly posts this ridiculous bullshit. And then Kaceytron decides to quote tweet it. My sister made a post and is being attacked by incels, exclaiming my family deserves to have our home taken because consequences. Please show us some support. It means a lot in the sea of bot farm replies ran by incels. So in other words, You're just going to go ahead and signal boost it. Like, guys, please help my sister by replying with positivity. Like, what is going on here? Like, there's a real issue with somebody being this terminally online. Like, there's a real fucking issue here. I'm sorry, what's happening in the chat? Am I missing something? And anyway, I don't know, at least when Asmongold is harassing me, it directs me to the bot, it directs the bot farms into my comment section instead of memeing trans teenager suicide and spreading Holocaust denial. Gotta look at the bright side. Bitch, the bots can do two things at once. I hate to break it to you. I figured you'd know this. Don't you buy enough of them? Okay, give me 1 second here. Okay, I think this is where. So yeah, I'm just going through these main tweets here. Oh, I remember. So I had a tweet. She deleted one that she posted the other day. I just want to read it because I don't remember what it said, but she like dirty deleted it. And I just want to see what it said because I forgot. Everybody, like, count to 10. Oh, here it is. Asmongold going through our faux moi comments in a post showing support of me, explaining why they're wrong for showing empathy. The way he's agitating his red pill audience against me, he 100% wants to cause me physical harm. He wants his audience to bully me into suicide. She has been going on about this shit, saying that everybody's trying to get me to kill myself for weeks now. All right, so we have to go look. I said everybody count to 10. And hit the like button. I fell the other night and cracked my head and landed on my shoulder and it cracked my chest and the bone. Oh my God, I hope you're okay. Yes, heal quickly. All right, best friend kick, okay? This person has been posting the better clips about this shit. Wait, not replies. All right, hold on. They've already moved on. These fucking accounts post way too much. Way too fast. Okay, so Kaceytron posts her video. Here's Asmongold reacting to it. This is what we're looking for.
This offer was publicly revealed by Ethan to his Instagram followers.
Yeah?
My mother, father, and sister all struggle with disability and housing instability. They are my family and they depend on me.
Then why would you put them at risk by saying that you're committing copyright infringement on your stream? Why would you put them at risk? If you know that they depend on you and you are trying to like help these people, why would you do that? Does it make sense?
This month, like many other low-income Americans, my mother and disabled sister had their food stamps taken away. Under the current political climate, the future...
Like, it would be one thing if she wasn't guilty of exactly what Ethan's accusing her of, but she's completely guilty of exactly what she's being accused of. So how the hell can anybody have any goddamn sympathy for you when you don't even feel bad about doing it?
The future of funding for other assistance is uncertain. I cannot afford to fail them. I simply want this nightmare to be over so that I can go back to providing my family with my full support. Ethan?
Don't ever believe any of this bullshit. She is the nastiest fucking person ever. She's so nasty, so obnoxious. She has no problem bringing up my dead mother, weaponizing her audience against people, spreading lies against people. Nah, you get what you fucking deserve. You do. That's what you get.
Klein is suing me for $150,000.
See, y'all think like Twitch is just boring and it's just video games? No, they do the same fucking bullshit over there.
Which is the maximum damages for malicious copyright infringement.
Wow.
I believe it is highly unlikely that a court would find me liable for copyright infringement at all, and certainly not malicious copyright infringement.
Well, that's what a lawyer wrote
My
for
offer
her.
was tied to the maximum damages for normal copyright infringement, which has a maximum
Well, how is it not malicious whenever you said you were doing it to deprive him of revenue? Like, I mean, this is the...
The fuck is this fucking wow music in the background? Please bully Shiloh into going to the ER. Shiloh, go to the goddamn ER if you fucking... Was this like, did this just happen? Go to the goddamn ER, Shiloh. Thank you for the $2 for
problem
Rampage.
is that people like this are so allergic to accountability
Go to the ER
that they
right
literally
now.
cannot even engage with anything in any sort of authentic way. You're not even listening to what he said. You're not even trying. Isn't it crazy?
damage of $30,000. Considering it is unlikely
I'm going to say straight up, if I get a content ID for this gay music, I swear to God, I'm going to have your ass McGold.
there are any damages at all that I could have caused, even if I am found liable for copyright infringement. My offer of $17,500 felt very generous. For me, that is a lot of money, and it would have come directly from my own pocket.
Well, yeah, obviously it would have. Where else would it come from?
This could stretch all the way to December of next year and cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars in lawyers' fees.
If it was 5 or 6 days ago, you're probably fine. But if you're still feeling pain, you should probably go.
Through the end of the trial. To be clear, I don't make anywhere near this kind of money. Like most Americans, I live paycheck.
Then why did you do it? Like, you could have just come out and apologized and said, you know what, I was wrong, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done this. But instead of that, you said that he was working with, like, I don't know if she said that she was working with Israel, but you implied this as well. At least I think you did. And you've gone out and said all this other negative stuff about Ethan. You brought up his kids. You've brought up other people's kids. Like, you've got really, I mean, this is the thing, is a person like this has no boundaries. You have no boundaries for what you are willing to or not willing to, you know, bring up in terms of, like, weaponizing against a person. So now, like, I mean, you had every opportunity to walk it back, to step back, and you didn't do any of those. And maybe now you might pretend to do one because your back's against the wall. But I don't know if Ethan's going to let this happen or not. I mean, in my opinion, I bet he's probably going to go through with the trial and get the the full $150,000. And also, it's not going to be $150,000. If the judge awards him with anything, that's going to mean that he won the case. And if he wins the case, you have to pay for not only all of your legal fees, but you have to pay for his as well. You're going to be fucked for the rest of your life if you lose this. And it's all because of your ego. It's because of your ego. It's because you could...
And if you could just settle for the $60,000 that you fucking raised in that GoFundMe, because ultimately, like, Ethan even said that in the first video, that that's what he really wanted, was to gas up their GoFundMes to just take whatever's in them. Like... But no, she's gonna spend the money on fucking lawyers and then end up, like, way more in the hole than she ever would have in the first place.
Never admit you were wrong.
And he probably won't even get 150,000.
You could never engage with anybody in good faith, and now your entire family is suffering because of your ego, your fucking hubris, your inability to accept anything that you're doing is wrong, and you've ruined your life. And everybody's watching.
To paycheck. Since this lawsuit was announced, it has resulted in a barrage of hate and harassment that has been incredibly mentally taxing.
What a piece of shit. What a piece of shit. Do you really think that, like, you regularly completely lie about people all of the time? Do you really think that they never get harassed by you? You regularly harass and lie about people constantly. But now that it's happening to you, you're the victim. Oh, you're being harassed because of the lawsuit. You're doing this all the time.
That's the thing, is she doesn't fucking realize that, like, she fucking does this shit and she plays these games with fucking, because everybody knows about her going back and forth with Asmongold or Tectone or fucking, who's the other one I'm thinking of? Not Mizkif, but like, you know, Destiny, but like whoever she's going back and forth with, everybody knows about that. But like, no, what I'm trying to say, Jesus Cow, is it's a lot more harmful when she's doing this same shit to smaller content creators, and you don't fucking hear about that.
Such an egotistical woe is me attitude. Consequences. We love consequences.
Every day across all of my social media, I am relentlessly reminded that my life could be ruined.
It already is. You've already ruined your life. You just don't know it yet. Yeah, what do you mean it already happened? What are you talking about? Like, what's this past tense?
That myself and my family could wind up living on the streets, that Ethan is going to foreclose on my home. All realities that feel very real to me right now, and all being used by—
But and even because of that, you never stepped back, and you didn't try to take it down. You tried to play it off. And this is what I think is funny, is that people like this, these are people that are finally realizing that their little group of weird, mentally ill followers are not the law. You were getting gassed up by Reddits, by snark subs, and all these other weird, mentally ill, middle-aged women.
That's why I've always said her audience is full of fucking gay cells that, like, just sit around all day just being fucking degenerates, and, like, they gas up fucking people like this to do the shit that they fucking do. And let's not pretend like that's not happening around girl world as well.
And women on social media that know you're right, girl. And you know what? They all convinced you to carry your cross, and now Ethan's nailing you up to it. You never had to do this. You did this to yourself. And you're not a victim. Well, actually, you are. You're a victim of your own stupidity. That's it. Yeah, you had every opportunity. And now, whenever all the chips are down and you want Ethan to show you mercy, I hope he doesn't. I'll be honest. I hope he doesn't. I hope he sues her and he goes all the way with this. This person is a parasite. They are a hostile, bad actor. They repeatedly lie about tons of other creators. They bandwagon on hate to everyone. Then they've been doing this. Kaceytron's been doing this for years. You've been doing this for years and years and years, and now finally it's happening to you, and it's not happening to you like, oh, well, you know, this is like some like negative thing that happened, like, oh, somebody made a mean video about me. No, now you're being sued, and you could be out on the fucking streets. How does it feel? Because if any of the accusations that you leverage against other people were found to be true, and people all believed what you were saying about them, those other people probably be out on the streets too. You're not mad that this is happening. You're mad it's happening to you. Ethan said he wouldn't show her mercy after she caused his employees and friends to quit the job on stream for mental health reasons. Exactly. Never.
Now, allegedly, this is what Ethan is like most mad about at this point, is like when she kept badgering fucking Olivia and all these people that were working for Ethan. And it's like this is what I'm saying, is it very much reminds me of Hussey being unable to like stop talking about the people that he's suing.
Like, whenever I see this, I maybe this sounds horrible. I love this. I'm so happy to see this. Because this is, in my opinion, a bad actor, awful person that is having their life totally fucking ruined for being a piece of shit. Being a piece of shit for no reason. You never had to act like this. Yep, the consequences of your act. Yeah.
No, it's true. Let me get to, there's a part in this that I absolutely have to show you. But I think we get the general gist. Oh, right here. Watch this.
Oh, man. That's too bad. Of course I'm going to talk about this.
Yeah, so when she brings up the whole, oh, they're going to make fun of me for crying or whatever.
This is over. You're going to do it again. You're going to end up in another position like this in the future. Because you're an obnoxious, sanctimonious, rude person. And the world isn't kind to people like that. Nobody likes you. That's the truth. Nobody likes a person like that. So this is the first time that it's happened to you on a big level. This is just the first time. That's all.
Is what I have to do.
Yes, like the
to
stream.
Survive. And like I'm doing this knowing that it's going to result in like the whole fucking hate brigade, you know, like Asmongold, XQC, all of them are gonna go.
Like, the thing that pisses me off about Kaceytron is she fucking knows better. If you didn't want that to happen, you wouldn't bring it up. So I feel like she knows and she wants it to happen so that she can appear like she's more of a victim. But like, at some point you have to realize this isn't working out the way you think it is.
Hello.
Like, sure, you can get all of the lefty socialists to think you're a victim, but guess what, Casey? They don't have any money.
Hi. You were right. Oh, man. That's too bad. Of course I'm going to talk about this. I love seeing this. This is the best thing that's happened to me today. Absolutely.
Live and make a video and make fun of me and laugh about how, you know, I'm going to lose everything and
yeah.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah. It's gonna be funny.
all this other messed up shit. And
It's messed up. Oh, that's right. It's messed up. Oh, wow. It's so bad that, like, again, you go around, like, if you go, look, how about this? Let's do something. This will be interesting. Let's search.
Now, pay attention. Pay close attention. If you're just listening, please go ahead and take a look at the screen.
Kaceytron, from, or is it from, is that her name? What's her name on Twitter? Oh, just Kaceytron. Okay, from, yeah, she's been around for a while. Got Kaceytron, Asmongold. No, that's not it. Let me see if I can find it. Kaceytron addresses Asmongold. This is her talking about me again. Is unfortunately banned, calling tertiary Asmongold destiny. Former Republican grifter fashion is now lying about being canceled for attention. These quote men are such pathetic perpetual victims. But I was lying for like some other fucking shit that happened in like 2022. Didn't realize audio of Asmongold's muted. The loser has me banned from his stream. He doesn't want me to clip how often he harasses me. Well, you're gonna have another one right here. How about that? Having fun? Yeah, let's see here. Oh, do we have it? Okay, yeah, here we go. Oh, I had the space. Okay, so this is the person who's complaining about me harassing her. These are the amount of times that she's tweeted about me and talked about me.
It's still going.
Man. How about that?
Why is Asmongold
You
a
guys thought it was
thing?
over.
I'm going to argue that Kaceytron might be the reason that Asmongold is a thing.
Or no, it just didn't load yet. There was too many of them. I wonder how long it's going to go. I do. I wonder how long it's going to go for. Let's find out. It's 2023. There's no way it can go that much longer, right? This is like the credits for, oh, there we go. Okay, it's over now. Yeah, this is like the credits for Concord. It's unbelievable. So you've been getting mad about me for 6 years. And you've been a victim. Well, now you actually are. Too bad, huh? Oh, wow. A victim of your own stupidity. From Kaceytron Asmongold. Oh, the opposite for me. From Asmongold, Kaceytron. The last time I called her fat and that she smelled bad. And this is something reasonable. This is also something reasonable. Oh, no, this is her being annoying. You're literally making shit up, so this is it. Yep, this is the whole thing, 2019.
Yeah. So, like, who's harassing who here?
It's embarrassing. Yep, that's it. That's all. And so, yeah, half a page. Yeah, a little bit disproportionate, huh? What do you think? How dare you harass her? Well, these people are just perpetual victims. And they're going to laugh out how I'm going to lose everything? Yeah. You think that you're going to sit there and talk all that shit about me? You're going to be...
So, I mean, like I said, it is what it is. It's the endless fucking victim cycle for her. I believe there was an XQC thing, but I'm trying to remember if there's anything else too important here. We already looked at this. Asmongold is correct. She did bring up his dead mother. She's one nasty bitch. So this is what this is what started the Asmongold feud. And this was a few years ago. And like I said, 2K subs. So, I mean, she's making money here. There's a new link for this channel. So you have to use the one in the pin message. But thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, I did like that tweet. It says, thankfully, XQC's lifestyle hasn't led directly to the death of one of his parents yet. So he has that going for him over Asmon at least. I'll admit, I did like that tweet. And I have a lack of respect for Asmongold after letting his mom with COPD live in those sort of conditions. Yes, I did like that.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just like she can't accept or just let it go. And she brings this up every time. Me sowing and me reaping.
What the fuck?
I think this is what I had clipped over there.
Oh.
3,000 subs, by the way. Asmongold calls Anthony Sargon a dishonest loser for defending Kaceytron.
Risk. If you know that they depend on you. Okay.
This month, like...
He thinks he tries to do this thing where, like, he's being completely fair and very logical. Like, well, why would you put your family at risk? Bro, since when is someone putting their family at risk by reacting to a fucking YouTube video?
You can't even engage with the conversation. That's not what's being discussed. That was never what was being discussed. Why are you doing this to yourself? Pretend to not understand. Yeah. Why? What's wrong with you? Like, you've been on a generational crash out for 3 days because I exposed you for being a biased retard. And apparently it just made it worse.
Ethan Klein is literally suing these people.
Okay, hot take. Who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck is this Anthony Sargon person? Oh, shit. Alright. So, here's the thing. Somebody else decided that... Oh, okay. She did a stream, and then this shit apparently happened. Hold on. Let's watch this clip first.
Cells, as you have seen. I've been on this platform for 10 plus years, speaking out against misogyny in the space, and that's why I have the ire of so many incels, as you have seen. And to be clear to the incels, no, I'm not saying Ethan Klein is an incel. I've never made that claim about
somebody told her to fucking watch her mouth about Ethan Klein.
Ethan. But
yes, this is the one that smokes all day. Yes, Vicky. Hello.
But Asmongold and XQC are a different story. To be clear, whenever it comes to like the incels like Asmongold and XQC and even rape apologist Quinn, there was even like I don't know if you guys follow the incel subreddit LSF, but even like that. So there's this one being in the Twitch space for 10 plus years, it's like you just become kind of familiar with all of these different misogynistic caricatures that are in this space. And Quinn69, I think, is he might just be Quinn. I can't remember, but he's one of them. And he's like a Diablo player or something like that.
I was on Twitch for 8 years, and I never once, ever felt the need to interact with Quinn, okay? He is a fucking degenerate. But, like, why do you go out of your way to engage with these people and pick fights with them for attention?
I can't even fucking remember. But he's just, like, red-pilled as fuck. And he once, like, made this
Crazy
statement.
How you read them like a book when you said they were going to react to your lawsuit update and predicted exactly what they were going to say.
Yeah, like a lot of them. Oh my goodness. Let me just speak on this Quinn69.
King Thayer gifted 5 subs.
So Quinn, he's like one of the incels
minutes.
that was like
Let
on
me
the
speed her
LSF
up.
subreddit, and there were like clips of him like making fun of the idea of me losing my house and shit. And the reason why this Quinn character hates me is because I called him out on saying that women who wear skirts deserve to be raped, basically. I believe he made a statement similar to that. He was like, yeah, women who wear
Bitch, show the goddamn tweet before you say that.
skirts like that, women who wear short skirts are asking for it. And there was like
you need to show the tweet. You're in the middle of a lawsuit, and you need to show the tweet before saying that.
one interaction we had on Twitter where he was like trying to be hateful to me.
Because I guarantee you that you're taking that out of context.
And I pretty much quoted that. I was like, is this you? And I quoted like him saying that women who wear short skirts deserve to be raped. And I ratioed him, as the kids say. I got like 50K likes on this tweet where I was calling this Quinn character out for saying that women who wear skirts deserve to be raped. And that's why he was on LSF laughing about the idea of me having my house foreclosed on because of this lawsuit. Like, I'm just telling you, all of this incel rage and ire towards me comes from the fact that at one point in time, I called these men out for their misogyny, or I called their friends out for their misogyny. And the misogyny ranges
Like, do you hear this fucking insane shit that she's spewing?
from
The misogynist, it's the misogynist, the incels, they're everywhere.
basically like sexual harassment to straight up like rape and abuse. Like the reason why Asmongold keeps on saying that I've lied on people, he's talking about Tectone and Rich Campbell. Yeah. So yeah, if you're wondering why I have so much of the ire of the incel crowd, that is why. If you go and look me up on YouTube, even before all this lawsuit.
Like, she thinks they're all in a conspiracy. Asmongold has said multiple times it has to do with you fucking talking about his mother and all that shit. Like, why does she make up these fucking insane conspiracy theories as to why she thinks there's, like, all the men hate me? Ugh. Well, probably because you say a lot of fucking misandrous shit regularly.
Shit happened.
Yes, basically correct, Misty. If you disagree with her and you happen to be a man, you're an incel. Even if you're I mean, she called Stardust a cracker. Even if you're a woman, and she'll still call you an incel. It's very weird.
There's like a whole sector of incel drama slop tubers that have made videos on me, and a lot of these videos will have thousands of viewers. And then if you like look at the quality of the video is like actually really dog shit low quality, which I think really like speaks to the bot farming and the botnet. I don't know.
Yeah, see?
Like you
They're all using bots. I don't have enough views. They're all using bots.
cannot convince me that some of
They have more views than me. They're using bots.
these incels are as popular as what their numbers show.
I mean, it really does sound like projection to me because it kind of sounds like you're using bots, Casey.
Like I'm not saying they don't have any popularity, but I'm like, something's off here. Something's off. Something doesn't seem right. That's the thing, is it's just like the way that these people are like, you knew what you were doing. What Ethan is doing with like suing me, Denims, and Frogan is truly unprecedented. Truly unprecedented. Nothing like this has ever happened on Twitch before. So
Not really. I mean, people have been sued for copyright infringement before. And as far as Twitch, again, you were live streaming movies while you were sleeping. You don't get to sit here and play dumb and be like, oh, man, I had no idea what I was doing. Oh, God. This is shocking. On Twitch, I'm just a poor little Twitch streamer making fucking 10 grand a month.
to just constantly be told like I knew exactly
I'm in poverty at 10 grand a goddamn month.
what I was doing and I was asking for this is also just like a blatant lie. I've been having like people post my address and shit at me and like threatening to like report my dad for disability fraud. Like whenever I'm not working, it gives me anxiety. And yes, this is literally me working. I don't know what to tell you incels if you're watching me, but yes, this is literally my job.
This is me working, smoking a bong with a GIF behind me.
Like do taxes.
Sitting in a fucking goddamn community center chair. What are you doing with your life? God damn.
On this. Like that's the other thing that gets me is the way like all of these people are acting like I'm going to have to quit streaming and get a real job working at McDonald's. Like, girl, you realize I make more money streaming than what I would working at McDonald's. Like, what is this logic? You fucking dumb incel.
Right.
But anyway.
Yeah, because you have a few people that are like funding your entire way through this.
I will be streaming. I'm not going anywhere. I know like Asmongold and XQC think that for some reason this is going to like be the end of me. I don't know if they think that I'm going to quit streaming or if they think that they're going to finally bully me enough into or whatever. I don't know what they think, but I'm going to be here for a while.
I guarantee you what her issue is that she needs 150,000 in that GoFundMe, and then she's just going to pay that out and settle. But she sees that the GoFundMe numbers are not really moving. And so because of that, she's freaking out about that. And using that as content to re-raise awareness of the GoFundMe. Okay? Press 1 if this story makes sense so far to you. So Kaceytron is crashing out because of this lawsuit. And good. She deserves it. Good. She deserves it. And I hope that it goes even farther. Here's the thing, is somebody else decided to butt their fucking nose in. And you'll never guess who. Press 1. All right, hold on. Press 6 if you know who Brittany Venti is. And this is another one that I don't fucking like at all. And press 7 if you have no idea who Brittany Venti is. So, for those of you who don't know who Brittany Venti is, she is basically a knockoff of Kaceytron. The weird thing about her that I started realizing as I was kind of like traversing this is it's like, because I was there when all of this was happening, and Brittany's got her version of events. Kaceytron's got her version of events. And I'm here to tell you that they're both about half right. But they're both half lying as well, and they both know they're lying. So Brittany is like was basically ripping off Kaceytron's bit, and the problem with Brittany was that she was egging on a bunch of very racist trolls to go around and do racist shit. She was view botting. It was very obvious. It became a whole thing. But the problem is, and I want everybody to be clear on this, I want you to hear me very clearly. Brittany Venti would not be relevant today if it was not for Kaceytron. Kaceytron propped that bitch up. She was never funny in the first place. You're going to see a lot of her being not funny. But we would never, ever have to deal with Brittany Venti if it wasn't for Kaceytron. Okay? So just remember that. That bitch was handed a career from Kaceytron. So Brittany sees that Kaceytron's getting dogpiled as usual. And she, of course, has to butt in. I shared my story about Kaceytron and how she ostracized and bullied me when I was an orphan teen who modded for her and then she blocked me. Just a reminder for when she says to feel bad for her over getting sued by H3H3 for maliciously stealing content. Okay. So she posts a screenshot of getting blocked, and then she posts this unnecessarily long thing. And I had a feeling that by the time I got to this, I would be ready for a bit of a vocal break. So I made a song in Suno. Are you guys ready? Press 1 in the chat if you're ready for the Suno song. I made sure that it was like R&B because we know how Brittany Venti is not racist or anything. We'll get to the racist stuff here in a minute, though.
I'm gonna share my story, BCs. I am so tired of your fake performative BS all these years. I was a mod for Kaceytron and supported her channel before I made it. I was very active in Kaceytron's community and raid call.
This was before Discord.
I was 17, freshly orphaned with nothing and having to live with my boyfriend's family. Even when I had to pay $500 rent every month, I still supported her channel, sub-donated, and I did it because thought she was funny.
Before when she had a sense of humor, if you can believe it. Before she turned into an all-righteous cunt.
Then when I started becoming more popular, Kaceytron got jealous because she determined the pond wasn't big enough for both of us and isolated me from her community. I guess she felt 2 women weren't allowed to do satire and felt I was competition. She started to bully me and talk shit about me. For example, I had a spin in the wheel bit where I would spin it and say a viewer has X crazy attribute or make something ridiculous as a joke. Not only did she bully me on her stream by emulating this bit to make fun of me on her stream as a passive aggressive jab, but she also proceeded to literally steal my bit and use it later. Meanwhile, I was 17 and freshly turned 18 and streaming just to try to get by because I had no other options. Considering I was orphaned at 16 and in and out of school because my mother was dying. Keep in mind, Kaceytron was older than me and established. I was orphaned and could potentially be homeless. If I didn't pay to rent my room, I had to stream to get by. She just isolated me from the only people I had to talk to and stole my bed. I was orphaned and could potentially be homeless. If I didn't pay to rent my room, I had to stream to get by. She just isolated me from the only people I had never once apologized or changed, and it's only gotten worse over time. She proceeds to social climb by playing woke when she's a pothead who has let herself go. The only way she can keep herself afloat is by crying victim when she's a huge cry bully who hates when other women do better than her unless she benefits from it. I would not be surprised to see other women with similar stories come out of Kaceytron acting like a jealous wash hack. I already know that she has a history of doing this jealous, malicious behavior unprompted to another female streamer as well, which resulted in them getting banned from Twitch. Do yourself a favor and tweet yourself victimizing bullshit from a treadmill next time.
Okay, so anyway, we're gonna go back through this, but I just loved that. It was very catchy, right? Press 1 if you enjoyed that. All right, so as I mentioned before, we would not have to deal with Brittany Venti if it was not for Kaceytron, and you'll see what we have to deal with if you don't know too much about her. Brittany Venti is correct that she was 17 and allegedly orphaned. I want to be clear about something. Brittany Venti is a white supremacist, okay? Brittany Venti is a white supremacist. And what Brittany Venti does is she does this whole white supremacist grift to bait white supremacists because she's a white supremacist. But she does this whole white supremacist fucking grift. And then she tells people, well, I'm black, and apparently her mother was black, and her father is white. This is all stuff that she's shown, like, photos and stuff for. I'm going to say this right now. I don't believe you. Okay? You'll see what I'm talking about, but I don't believe her, because her entire history from start to finish to this day has been a result of her quote-unquote trolling. So I'm going to treat you like somebody who's been trolling this whole time. And I don't believe anything that Brittany Venti says, okay? And here's the takeaway, by the way, from all of these women. You shouldn't believe anything any of them are saying, because this is ridiculous. I don't know if Brittany Venti's an orphan or not. I don't really give a fuck. Was she 17? I don't know. I don't believe so. I think she was at least 18 when she was on Twitch. But okay, if she was fucking 17, why was she hanging out with a bunch of fucking racists at that time? Even when I had to pay, and why were you an orphan? Yeah, I don't want to, this is what I'm saying. None of this story makes any fucking sense. Even when I read it out loud to you now and tell you this is what she was saying at the time as well, it's true. I still supported her channel, donated. I did it because I thought she was funny when she had a sense of humor, and then self-righteous cunt. When I started becoming more popular, Kaceytron got jealous because she determined the pond wasn't big enough for both of us and isolated me from her community. Wrong. What happened was Kaceytron was propping up Brittany Venti. Brittany Venti was getting more popular, but she was nowhere near as popular as Kaceytron ever was. She was viewbotting, and she was just bringing more racist people to Kaceytron's community. And people, her mods, told Casey at the time, hey, this bitch is bringing fucking racists around here. She's fucking egging on, like she's, like, actually ripping you off and, like, letting the white supremacists, like, go on. Like, she's actually fucking racist. Like, we should get her out of here. She's making drama. For example, I had a spinning the wheel bit where I would spin it and say a viewer has X crazy attribute, whatever. This wheel spin bit is actually fucking ridiculous that you want to say, Kaceytron stole my wheel spin bit. You dumb fucking lying bitch. You did that mocking other e-girls that were doing the wheel spin bit. This is just an e-girl thing. All the e-girls were doing the wheel spin bit. What are you talking about? You were doing it to make fun of other people that were doing it. I remember Casey getting, no, back in these days, what Brittany's talking about, back in like 2015, what she's talking about, Casey was still getting like 1,000 to 2K views playing League of Legends at the time. So like she was still doing way better than Brittany ever was. Meanwhile, I was 17, freshly turned 18. I was orphaned, homeless, haha. I would not be surprised to see other women with similar stories come out of Kaceytron acting like a jealous wash hag. Now, this is only partially true because Kaceytron did get annoyed with people that were just stealing her bit. And the other person, I already know she has a history of doing this jealous, malicious behavior unprompted to another female as well, which resulted in them getting banned from Twitch. The person that I'm pretty sure she's talking about, does anyone remember Miramisu? I believe that is who she's talking about. As far as why Brittany Venti got banned from Twitch, she wants to argue that it had to do with Kaceytron. She thinks that it's all like part of like the Kaceytron cabal and that Twitch staff is in on it. That is not true. But I wanted to point out this comment in here. Why the fuck would anyone bully someone for being an orphan? Like, there's circles in hell meant for people that do that shit. Nowhere in here does Brittany claim that Kaceytron bullied her for being an orphan. She never claimed that. She said, Kaceytron bullied me when I was an orphan, not for being an orphan. And do you think Brittany's gonna correct her? She bullied me for doing satire because she felt threatened that I would take her viewers. This is what these fucking retards are fighting about on Twitch. So, Brittany Venti, by the way, Brittany Venti went viral recently. Press 1 if you know what Brittany Venti went viral for on Halloween. Come on, press 1. I know some of you know. I know some of you know what she did on Halloween. That's right, blackface. She got Dr. Rashad all mad up. Oh, wait, no. I have the wrong clip up. You know what? We'll come back to that one. We
had Halloween. People celebrated. Multiple people decided to celebrate by putting on blackface. Every damn year we go through this. Put it at full mask. So we have a rundown. Let's get to it. Comedian Brittany Venti was just...
Comedian. Can somebody please tell me why in the fuck we allow people in the media to use that word alongside her name? Comedian? This is the most unfunny fucking bitch I've ever fucking seen. Can I just mention something here too? Comedian. Bitch, those are chicken fingers. You didn't even get fried chicken. You got goddamn chicken fingers. Jesus fucking Christ.
It's one of many influencers who social media saw in blackface this Halloween. She posed in blackface with a box of fried chicken, captioning the image with, "When that EBT hit," end quote. The comedian also identifies as mixed race which is more confusing, actually, not less. Okay. And this was Brittany's way of responding to the controversy once the post went viral. My costume wasn't just random. It has lore and built up of drama with the Black community, especially over the last month. It is quite literally on brand for me to do blackface as it is a continuation of a running satirical bit about how the Black community is extremely racist to mulattoes for their skin color. It's just really funny how...
Don't you see, guys? She's doing blackface to fight for mulatto rights. I don't even think... did I just say a slur, actually? Was I even supposed to say the M word?
I'm not, quote, allowed to do blackface. Yet they're allowed to harass mulattoes.
Am I in trouble?
Black mom biracial, end quote. Calling me every name in the book and even insulting my dead parents. Let's keep that up for a moment. Misguided aggression here.
You can't say that, fuck.
Ma'am, I definitely never have spoken about your mulatto heritage. I would not denigrate it in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And typically, when someone offends you by doing something, the juvenile or the immature response is to do the same to them. To generalize individuals, well, that's a different, bias is what it is. Real simple. Dear sister, if you don't want to be generalized because of your background, then seek not to generalize others because of theirs. I'll explain at the end of this segment why blackface is offensive, because some people authentically do not know the history. And I'm okay with providing some proper education and context for that. There's more, but it didn't end there. There was also costumes that involve blackface this Halloween.
Okay, I think this is just other people, but I just wanted to point out, this is what she went viral for recently, is for doing blackface, and then her argument is, oh, no, it's satirical because I'm mixed race, and she posts these photos, and every time she always has, like, these photos, like, on hand, ready to go, to show you, oh, no, my mom's black, my grandma's black, like, I'm black, and I mean, it's like, okay, I get it, you're mixed race, like, why would you do blackface as if that's accomplishing anything? Why do you put fried chicken and watermelon in your profile? Why do you inflame racists? You deliberately go and find racists to inflame. You even had that, what was it, that Louis Theroux thing. I can't play it on here, but she literally says on there, oh, I'm just being racist because I want to, that's how I made friends. I thought the white supremacists were my friends, so that's why I pretended to be a white supremacist. Meanwhile, anytime you want attention, let's just put on some blackface, right? So she mentioned about her getting banned, and she likes to pretend like Kaceytron had something to do with her getting banned. Let me show you why she got banned, okay? The reason she got banned from Twitch, and this video, just to be clear, from 2018, that year will come up again later. From 2018, she got banned from Twitch because she was making mud cookies on Twitch and going around. Now, she argues that she was banned because she was black. She said that she was making traditional mud cookies and that it's a delicacy in Haiti or some shit like this. just does this whole fucking thing, but she doesn't want to add in the fact that she was running around the kitchen making clicking noises while people were donating things like Gas the Jews. So she leaves out a lot of extra details here, but you'll see what's going on.
Hey, can you guys
Yeah.
hear me?
Oh shit.
Yes, we can.
We can hear you, yes.
Is there an echo?
Also, everybody hit the like button. Tap back in, press 7, hit the like button.
Ish.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's not gonna kill the stream. We're good.
We will not
Okay. I'm on mobile, so I have earpods here, but it's gonna be kind of awkward because I'm having my Ugandan cameraman film it, so it's gonna be awkward if I'm like leashing him around. He's like holding my phone, and you know what I'm saying. I don't want to.
Yeah, you could be right. As long as you can hear us, everything's kosher. Everything's cool.
Yeah, we're good. I don't hear too much echo. I don't hear myself. Yeah.
All right, I can try turning the volume down a little bit. All right. So what's up?
But we're all right. We're having a discussion on what world leaders would beat other world leaders. We talked about Hitler would lose against Stalin. Stalin would beat his ass. Barack Obama versus Lincoln. Who do you think would win?
I mean, I feel like.
Okay, hold on. We don't want this. We just want where... Because I don't care about any of this.
Last thing, Abraham kind of looks like a. I heard this one story of this guy that was
A chair in a real fight.
story.
People do ridiculous shit. People tend to be on your side.
I mean, when I got banned 2 years ago for a text-to-speech donation, there were people on my side, but not nearly like how it is right now. I didn't have nearly as much support, so and I feel like that ban was more ridiculous than this one.
Oh, what was the text speech ban about?
Okay, so I had 3 offenses. When you have 3 offenses, they ban you again, except for me because I had been unbanned after those 3 offenses. So I guess they didn't remove them, but I guess they're giving me more. I don't know. Depends whatever my next violation will be, because I'm sure I'll get banned again for some stupid shit. Because if they want to ban you, they will. They will find any reason. That's why their 2S is a very gray area. I know that shit like the back of my hand. I have to in order to avoid being banned. But so the first one was a text-to-speech donation, and it was kind of on me because I wasn't filtering them. Even though it was other people sending it, I wasn't filtering them. I was like, okay. So I turned it off.
She knew that she needed to filter them. Lots of people had told her at this point that she needed to filter them. She was not filtering them intentionally to try to get more.
And then the second ban they gave me was a ban for going into the strip club in GTA 5 because I was in there for too long.
Too long?
I couldn't have like big titty.
She also knew this.
Dances. Twitch didn't like that, so they banned me for another 24 hours.
But you could be in there for a while. Like, you can have moderation in your lap dances, but not.
I mean, listen, I wasn't in there for like an hour. I was in there for like maybe 10 minutes at most, and I got a ban for it. And other streamers definitely did that, and other streamers definitely have text-to-speech even to this day. So. For those of you who don't know what text-to-speech is, by the way, it's when like the robot voice reads out the message. I don't know why you guys don't have it.
We thought about having it, but it's too texty and.
Oh, okay. I can see how it could be annoying. So yeah, I still can't have it on. And my third ban, which was text-to-speech again, and this time I was filtering it, so I turned it back on. But I didn't think I would have to filter the word Jew. But apparently you have to filter the word Jew because someone sent me a message on there and it said gas all the Jews, and that's the one in particular. Like, there was other messages that they got through that were offensive by like just finding ways to avoid being filtered.
See, the problem with her whole logic that she's trying to do here is like, oh, I was Kaceytron's mod and she just threw me away, whatever. Like, bitch, you watch Kaceytron go through all of this. You knew that Kaceytron had been demonetized because of similar shit. You knew you would get banned for this shit. People told you this was going to happen. And then you go, oh my Gucci-ness. What happened? What did I do? Oh my God, because I made mud cookies? Because I was clicking?
Like putting zeros instead of O's and stuff like that. But the one in particular, when I emailed them like a million fucking times about why I had gotten banned over, I remember it was this guy named Hassan. This was 2 years ago now. He's like some kind of meme in the Twitch community. And he was like, did you really think this was
This is Hassan, the staff member, not Hassan Piker.
okay? And then he sent me a screenshot of the one in particular that said gaslight all the Jews. So apparently that's the one in particular I got banned for.
That one.
Yeah, that one in particular.
That's another reason why we didn't do the text. It gives us at least a little bit of power over at least the sound that comes out of the stream, because that chat is off its fucking rocker sometimes.
Oh yeah, you should see my filter list. It looks like it's coding with how many numbers there are in there.
What was it that you were cooking that got everybody losing their shit and also like coming to your defense?
So it was a few things. So I bought clay, actual clay, because it's like clay, soil, dirt type of thing they use in Africa to make mud cookies. So
and they do
I was showing people the way and making some mud cookies, and Twitch didn't like that because they said that it was putting it in a bad light for Haitians, and but they didn't know that I was black myself, I guess, even though like during that stream I had even said, hey, I'm a quadroon. Like that's how I had started the intro when I was doing the little intro part, and they banned me because I was just like, I was mixing dirt into the clay and I was like putting water on it, making the mud cookies, which came out horrible. Like I couldn't even make proper mud cookies, tried as fuck. And I put it in the oven.
All right, chat. Press 1 if you think she knew what she was doing here. And press 2 if you're buying the innocent, I had no idea I had to filter gas the Jews
oven and everything, and they just didn't like that, even though it's a real food. Like there's several documentaries on it, on mud cookies.
Oh, I've seen
and there's even documentaries showing that there's mud cookies in Africa for people that were arguing, oh, it's only Haitians and you're not Haitian. Well, it's in Africa too, and my mother's African, so what's your point?
It's in Africa too, and my mother's African, so what's your point? You know, I mean, like, this is not a valid actual argument here.
Fucking, all right, the idea that
like she's literally the definition of like why people really have to qualify. Like, yeah, black people can be racist too.
Cookie's so fucking this is great to me. It's like, you fucking monster. You're a fucking monster. You know that?
They're the ones insulting Africans by saying like, oh, that's not putting them in a good light, when it's a legitimate thing they make, regardless if it's out of choice.
You were walking around the kitchen grunting and making clicking noises. Stop acting like you were doing something noble here.
Or poverty. It is something they culturally make, and people are like, oh, like Asmongold, for example, Destiny's White Knight. I don't know if you guys remember him, but he was saying like, oh, Haiti is in Africa, like straw manning me, and I'm like, that's so irrelevant. That's like if I were, like, I'm also European too, so that's like if I were to go make fun of Iceland or Greenland, right? And I were, let's say, eating snow was a thing there. That's like if I were to go and like do stupid shit with the snow, like cut it with the rocks like I was doing with the clay and chalk and stuff like that. And then them saying that's racist. Like, they're still European. They have European culture. Just because it's not in Europe doesn't make their ancestry different.
Well, how
and
many
their culture
tea and crumpet jokes have you heard?
Like, what the fuck are you fucking talking about?
Before. Tea and crumpet, shrimp on...
Like, this was her whole gimmick, to just say the dumbest fucking thing. This is why I never found her funny. This was her whole gimmick, was to say the dumbest, most outlandish thing, and the only thing that anyone found funny about her streams was like the people that would like troll her with like donations that were saying racist shit. That was pretty much the only appeal that there was to her at any of this, at any point in any of this.
Tea and crumpets and shit.
It's
Shrimp
all just race baiting bullshit.
All right, there's a million jokes about foods that white people cook. Nobody cares.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's like every time you talk about a British person, you got to have them sitting there with some tea and a crumpet. That's how they
But
do
if
it.
you do that on Twitch, then if you're a black person, you do it on Twitch, maybe it's racist. Maybe not. Maybe because can't be racist against whites supposedly. So maybe that.
Maybe because they're looking for a reason on you.
I wonder if I can make a burrito.
Yeah, maybe they're looking for a reason because everybody's donating to her saying gas the Jews.
Because I'm Cuban. But
I mean, you'd think that would be a good enough reason, but
But I'm not Mexican, so am I Latin enough to make a burrito?
Yes, the guys in the call are pretty much just enablers.
You might be dark enough.
Like, you see how the chat's going. Crackers. What the fuck is a crumpet? European. Yeah,
I wasn't dark enough. That's what they said.
They're not full blown like racist. I can't tell. I don't know who any of these people are.
They're like, I'm sure you would be upset too if you had to if you got made fun of, your country or race got made fun of. And I'm like, did you just assume my race? And then they just fucked them.
Did you just assume my race? So anyway, we get the point here. That's why she got banned. It had nothing to do with Kaceytron. It had to do with her making African mud cookies and clicking and grunting in the kitchen. Because that's what was funny for her. So what happened was the VOD ends up getting lost. And she comes out with this story. Oh, they're oppressing me. All I did was make mud cookies. Look, Emmy did it on a video. Pretending like she didn't do all of the racist shit in the middle. Press 1 if that makes sense to you. I came across this video and I just want to play it for you guys. It's not that long. And I'm going to link this guy's video. The Blacker Face. Brittany Venti's War on Blackness. Self-hate in HD. Dense common sense. I've never heard of this person. They only have like 300 subscribers. But I figured, let's watch it. Did that get posted? I think so.
It do be like that, Mr. Stancil.
It do be like that, Mr. Stancil. It do be like that, Mr. Stancil.
Perpetual loop of racism. It do be like that, Mr. Stancil. It do be like that, Mr. Stancil.
Oh, you racist lion. Oh, she's black. This is kind of awkward.
Yeah, those are the pictures that she always posts when somebody says, "Oh, well, you're a white woman." They're like, "No, my mom's black."
Black. This is kind of awkward. Brittany Venti. Brittany. I'm not gonna call you out of your name, nor diminish your blackness. You've already had enough of that, and to be honest with you, it's not right. It's not right at all. But I'm still gonna cook you. I'm still gonna cook you. I'm also gonna use a single source to prove you are insanely prejudiced against your own people. And that source?
Yeah, that's the thing is like, I'm gonna, hot take, fried chicken. That's more of just an American thing. That's not really a black thing. That's just an American thing. Everybody likes fried chicken. What are you talking about?
Is you. So buckle up. First, for those of you who, like me, haven't heard of her before Halloween, this is Brittany Venti. She's a 28-year-old former actress who turned YouTuber and comedian. Is that her? Well, yes, her acting career was a flop after she was casted in these movies.
Okay, so when they say cast in these movies, I am unsure of what the hell they are talking about here. They have 2 movies, so like there's something that's inaccurate in this, at least, is that they have 2 listings here from 2022. Craziest quote by Pastor Steve Anderson and Zero Tolerance. I don't know what either of these 2 things are, but she was live streaming in 2015. So she did not fail at becoming an actress and then become a live streamer. I frankly don't believe she's in any of these credits either. Maybe there's somebody else with that name, but in fact, you do realize Brittany Venti is not her real name, right? Like, that's not actually her last name. It's a Starbucks thing. That was the joke.
Yes, I've never heard of them either.
Yeah, he doesn't know her Twitch history from what I can tell. That's okay.
And will never watch them. But anyway, as a result of her failures, she rightfully pivoted to YouTube, where she finally found her niche, which is jumping onto the Black MAGA train by demeaning Black people.
It's more dangerous. Umar Johnson.
You make so many tasteless jokes about many diverse people, except white people, but the overwhelming majority of jokes that you make are about Black people. Your jokes are hidden in insecurity and perceived rejection from society. You've been bullied by Black people for not fitting the Black narrative. Specifically, your disinterest in Black men, your appearance, and your voice would likely not receive the Dr. Umar stamp of approval. You also receive hate from white people who hate you because of your Black features, such as your curly hair. Now look, I've talked to many mixed racial people. I mean, I have a lot of friends who are biracial, and
yeah, I think the problem here is that he's giving her a lot more grace than like she actually deserves by being like, what? I don't know. Like I said, I fuck it. I think those pictures of her mother, I think it's all AI. I think it's all fucking AI. I don't believe it. I don't believe a goddamn thing that woman fucking says. I don't believe a word out of Brittany Venti's mouth. I don't believe a word out of Kaceytron's mouth. I don't believe a word out of Jessica Messica's mouth. I don't believe a word out of Just Breeze's mouth. They lie constantly. Every day they wake up and they lie and they come up with more lies and lie and lie and lie and lie and lie. And then they go to bed and then they fucking get up again and they lie some more. All day long. I don't believe anything.
to be honest, sometimes they share your sentiments. Again, that's not right. And you should not be treated that way. No one should be bullied for that, and I'll never defend those people. But guess what? I'm willing to bet the majority of black people, including this one, don't like you because you hate black people. At least that's how you're branding yourself online. You make post after post about every single...
Oh yeah, she is very into the going after Indians right now, by the way. When I was black, I spoke as a black, I understood as a black, and I thought as a black, but when I became white, I put away N-wordly things.
Black stereotype regarding black people, yet you wonder why you receive hate from black people? If you keep beating a dog and get surprised when it bites you, can you really be mad at the dog? No. Black people can take a joke just as much as we can dish it, But in this MAGA movement, when black people are being targeted with the intent to alienate the community, having another black person constantly perpetuate those demeaning stereotypes of black people only causes more racial division. You keep picking at the scab wound, except you're using a knife instead of your fingers. You are the queen of black jokes. You have an endless supply of them. You randomly use the hard R for clicks and MAGA likes. Then you use the hard R to degrade actual black people. You reinforce stereotypes that black people are loud and aggressive. You make the same stale, black people eat fried chicken jokes. You say things like this, and when a random racist...
See, that's what I mean when I... Like, this is where I feel like I feel horrible, and I want you all to understand. I just think that, like, if you're going to do racist humor, it better be goddamn funny. And, like, doing the fried chicken watermelon thing is not funny. It's just not funny. The whole thing is just not funny. Twitch racist humor was never fucking funny. It was retarded.
Loser commented, your response was, quote, "I know, I was just feeling poetic," end quote. You make fun of black women's hair and other facial features. You've also claimed being racist saves your life. It's just sad to me that a black woman has this much hate for black people. Your mom and my mom are black. My nieces and nephews are black. You are the last person I would want them to emulate. In fact, if I ever saw them watch one of your videos, I'd ban them from the internet. Your mindset is corrupt to the dark parts of your skin tone, but very pleasant to the white parts. But here's the interesting part. You claim you want to normalize hating anyone, yet when someone jokes about a topic you disagree with, your witty, comedic tone becomes rather serious.
Hold on.
Tone becomes rather serious.
So, let's see. Dude, Charlie Kirk were. So they're acknowledging their pronoun shit is retarded. Okay. How's Charlie Kirk pro-life when he just died? Brittany, and this is what I'm saying. This is the oldest joke in the book. And I actually think that Brittany Venti is stupid enough to, like, take the bait. You're trying so hard to be funny. This is the oldest fucking joke in the book. What are you talking about? Why are the X-Mods defending George Floyd? George Floyd was a dangerous ghetto N-word, and Charlie Kirk was not. So it's like, I mean, he's got a fucking good point here. She's got no problem going after George Floyd in this, you know, in the same breath that she's like, stop attacking Charlie Kirk.
Huh. I thought we should hate everyone, Brittany. Why are you offended over Charlie Kirk jokes? Aren't you a true comedian? You universally hate everyone? I'm guessing your answer is, but this is different. They're joking about someone's life, blah, blah, blah. Interesting. Different strokes for different jokes, I guess, huh? Oh, and I forgot, you're also a flaming hypocrite. You whine about receiving hate based on your race, traits, and preferences, yet you make fun of a white man, aka a wigger, based on his race, traits, and preferences.
Nobody repels black.
Oh yeah, she has a whole thing on W words, I guess.
See more than a wigger. Like, why do you think a black woman would date you? The whole point of dating a white guy is to date a white guy, not a white guy cosplaying as a black guy. So if you like black women, I suggest you lean into your goofy white boy energy.
The second biggest reason you are universally
So again, let me ask you something. Do you think she knew what she was doing when she was making African mud cookies, or do you think she was unfairly banned from Twitch?
disliked is because you're not funny. Yeah, I said it. I'm just being honest with you, Brittany. Your personality is...
See, he's right. Like, he's right. The biggest crime, in my opinion, is that she is just inherently unfucking funny. She is just so not fucking funny.
Stale and makes my ears snore. You look awkward staring into the camera, and when you talk, you look like a walking teleprompter.
Instead of asking someone how they're feeling, try this.
She really does talk like a fucking teleprompter. It's fucking weird. And she's always been like that. Like, her bit is not in the least bit believable.
Are you gonna stop soon?
You feel like a robot who's playing a human in a movie about humans. Acting just isn't for everyone. I'm not an actor. I can't sing. Neither can you.
Oh, yeah. He read her for filth. He got the acting thing wrong, I think. But he read her for filth there.
It's not for you. Don't blame
Because she
black
thinks
people
she
for that,
is.
okay? Blame God. No amount of melanin or usage of the N-word is really going to change that, Brittany. And look, I get it. Speaking out against black people as a black person is a sweet serenade to the MAGA ears and will get you views and money. That's the route you chose to get paid. The route of enforcing racial stereotypes of black people through Twitter posts and videos in a manner that mocks black people at the expense of black people. So yeah, do what makes you money, do what keeps the bills paid, but don't complain when you get dragged through the mud by black people. Sorry, but I don't feel sorry for you. This is what you want. That's all I got. End rant. Deuces.
I mean, it's hard to feel sorry for her when she gets attacked by black people. It's not because she's mulatto. It's because she's a fucking white supremacist at the end of the day. It's hard to feel bad for Kaceytron while she eggs on fucking Ethan Klein. And I certainly don't feel bad for anybody else in any of this, okay? All horrible people. Everybody press 7 in the chat, please. Are you ready for motherfucking Dashton read Grace Thorp's birth chart? Stop typing Jew all over a bunch of times. Stop typing that. Okay, Dashton read Grace Thorp's birth chart. And I don't want this to get lost to time here. I don't know why this happened at all. It's from 3 days ago. I don't know if anyone else has watched this.
Is that your name?
Yeah.
That's a lot of stars you got up there.
Oh yeah.
What
I
are
don't
they?
know why. Does anyone know why this happened?
Like Arthur Fire and Water and like Miss Piggy, man. She's a Leo.
Miss Piggy, ew.
Like, seriously, why is this a thing?
She looks kind of dead, low key.
Dashton is the one that is not named Grace Thorpe.
So you're a psychic?
Yeah, I do psychic practice visions and everything in real life.
Can you give me a prediction for me?
Yeah, let's do some stuff. But do you know you look like I'm Elizabeth Smart? Have you ever seen that Lifetime movie?
This is such a weird crossover. This is Shani's psychic.
No, let me look it up. Let me see. I always like to hear who I look like. I'm Elizabeth
Yes.
Smart.
Yes.
This better be complimentary.
Once you see her, you'll be addicted. Duh. And then then look at the movie that somebody else played her, and she seems like a Scorpio too. That's somebody. I think that's somebody else that's playing her. That's not her, but she looks like her too. But not as much as you. And y'all are both Scorpios, and it's such an emotional
Twins.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's my prediction? What do I need to do to get a psychic prediction?
Wait, I want to do your birth chart, okay? Can I do that?
Okay,
You
sure.
want to tell me in the private chat or whatever, your month, day, year, and time of birth, and like
I'll just tell you.
as where you were born, so you won't get doxxed or whatever.
No, I don't mind sharing it. October.
Yes, yeah, I had to tell Dashton, like, fucking stop, like, tell these people don't fucking share that shit publicly. They'll get doxxed.
October 30, 2002.
October 30.
Dashton!
Yeah.
Halloween,
what time
baby.
Halloween,
I
baby?
think it was like 1 or 2 a.m.
It has to be exact. Go look at your
Oh
birth
my
certificate.
god. Dad, do you remember what time I was born?
And then this fucking freak shows up.
And you're a Scorpio, right, too? Are you a Scorpio and do your birth chart, too? if you want me
No,
to?
he's a December.
Capricorn.
Capricorn? I love Capricorns. Any other way?
What time was it? It was like 1 to 2 a.m. Maybe
All right,
3, early morning.
Let's call it 3. Let's call it 3. Thanks, Dad.
Okay. Because 1 minute could change your chart drastically. Can you give me your the city and state?
I could be wrong. I think that Lalo guy comes on, and I don't know who the fuck he is. Like, this is a whole ass crossover.
Like, has the same time zone as where you were born or whatever? Because the calculator requires.
Yes.
It's a whole ass crossover.
Type it in the private thing, and then I'll copy and paste it somewhere else. And
It was.
It was South Kingstown, Rhode
How do you
Island.
spell that?
No,
Please
Wakefield.
private chat.
Well, that's part of South Kingstown.
Please
Oh,
spell
okay.
that too in the private chat too. If you have access to that. I'm
Sure.
sorry.
South Kingstown, Rhode Island.
Yes, that makes it much easier for me to spell it because it's like requires all this crap. The calculator.
Mhm.
I'll link to where the calculator is too. Here it is. Okay, hold up. Here is the link to the calculator I'm using. It's very.
Yes, they're incestuous. It's disgusting.
Yeah, because it's got asteroids in
I
it.
go out of my way to not talk about these fucking disgusting degenerates. But Dashton read her birth chart. I figured it'd be interesting because I feel like nobody's going to talk about this.
And it's my favorite.
Yes, it's Dashton. It's on his channel. Why aren't you listening to me, Keldosh?
Thing to look at. Yeah, and if you want me to share my screen, I will. Wow, roast it. Yes.
Ben came on. Ben came on, and the other one.
Like the best listeners or whatever, but they don't like a lot of talking because they're not that social. But like they wrote the 10th house, which is a career, you know, and it's reputation, and it's like how we are on cameras, like we're on right now. And I want to know what your 10th house is in. To find that out, you have to have your time of birth to find out your public image, the 10th house, how we're on YouTube and stuff. Yes, you're not just and all be all.
Okay.
Yes.
So what's my birth chart?
I'm trying to get this calculated. I'm looking it up.
Calculated.
Yeah, I'm trying to feeling it all out. It's up to this calculator, and then once I see it, then I'll look at the math, and I'm just start posting it because it's fun to do. You should learn about how to read birth charts, and you can roast everybody else too with their Scorpio suspicious powers or whatever. You're good researchers, good stalkers, good researchers, Scorpio. And they roll chaos, and Tauruses roll like stability and stuff. But like Kirsten Dunst, Michelle Pfeiffer, a Taurus or whatever. Brittany Murphy is a Scorpio, and Roseanne Barr is a Scorpio. Y'all mad about it?
Y'all mad? Y'all mad?
Yes. What's your favorite colors? Most Scorpios are like red and black or green or something. And purple
Green.
gang. You gotta get greens, okay?
Purple gang.
Yeah.
I hate purple. Ew.
Really? Hell yeah! Hate color hate. Yes, I hate color pink. It's the evil. It's abomination. It's a crime.
Pink?
Uh-huh.
Pink is lovely.
Carrie White was wearing light pink at the prom. It was not red. Her mother was wrong. I'm still trying to fill this out. Hang 10. So you're gonna say 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. or whatever is when your time of birth?
Yeah, let's say 2 a.m. Yeah.
Really? That's gonna be a fake inclination, but we'll just put it in there anyways. Next time I'm gonna get full proof.
See, who's
I'll really
this?
roast it.
Who's this? The only thing that keeps this interesting is all the guest stars.
I'll just be okay, October 30th, 2020.
Like, I don't know what it is, but like something for me, like Dashton, nothing he says makes any sense. Like, I know they're words, and I know that they're sentences, and I know that like, but they don't make any sense. Like, I could probably figure it out, but like, nothing he says makes any actual sense to me.
2002, and then you're 2 a.m., right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm filling it out. It's happening. You want to guess what your moon sign's in? I'm gonna roast this chart. You ready? You want to share this whole chart?
Yeah, share the screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is my moon sign? Virgo?
Roast the chart.
No. You're not a Virgo? No. Fuck that moon sign in Virgo. Virgo rising I love, and I love Virgos, but the moon sign in Virgo, fuck No, you don't got that bullshit.
Fuck that.
No, you don't got that burden.
Ew.
Or, let's see. Here is sharing it. Okay. Okay. Well, this is your moon sign. You want to share it? On
Yep.
stage with her? Up there it is. Whoop, there it be. Oh, you got Virgo rising? We love it. Yes, right there. Look at that beach. Virgo angel. Which means you'll look like an angel, come off as an angel. All the Pisces will love you, but you will see them different from you. Be like, ew, I'm nothing like those Pisces, psychedelic hippie people. I'm a Virgo rising, like I'm perfectionate or whatever. and
Accurate so far, yeah.
You can hypnotize people. You can get their past lives or something or whatever. You're good skeptics. You're good writers. You're the best writers, publishers, or whatever. Grammar snob bitches. And your left eye will be Libra. And that's how you deal with your financial security and your possessions. And your eyeball will be like Libra-like. It'll be like really pretty and relational. When you look at somebody, you're flirty with them. Look at them with your left eye. And then like your right eye is Leo. The lion, the narcissist, the celebrity face. The one with performance and stuff, and the one to be more threatening, you look at them with the right eye. Even though the right eye is supposed to be more insecure because it's ruled by Pisces.
Who is that?
It rules your feet or whatever. So you have like
Okay.
lion feet or whatever. Okay, let's look at this. So you identify yourself as the Virgo, and your moon sign is in Leo, which means your mom's your biggest fan, or she's a narcissist, or she saw potential in you because you have like some kind of performant talent and stuff. And it's your inner self, and it means that you're like you get bored and you just want to have fun with friends, and you kick them out of your life if you're not having fun with them anymore because you're bored.
Okay.
Moon is like a cool mom or something, or like a narcissist or mom or whatever. And then your fourth house is in Sagittarius, which means you never have a home. It's you everywhere you are. Is scattered. You're foreign lands all the time. You never actually have a real home. Your land is foreign.
Oh my god, that is
You
so
always travel
accurate.
around.
Yes.
mean,
I don't
makes
have a
you feel
home.
like
That's true.
everywhere. Yeah, no, foreign land scattered everywhere, and expanding and just traveling and stuff. And that's like type of your mom, whatever. And it's your home is your church, anyways, or whatever. But it's like your philosophy. Your ninth house right here. Okay, your ninth house right here is Taurus, which means you can't stand somebody if they're not in your bed, like all your valuable relationships and your food or whatever. Before you go to bed, you want everything to be stable and all this bullshit. It's opposite of the Scorpio, and it's just your philosophy, like value relationships or something. You just want them to be in your bed, or you get really mad like an idiot. And then like when you wake up, you become like, oh, don't touch me. But everyone like sexualizes up, and you're all chaotic, and it's Scorpio. Your third house is Scorpio, means you have Scorpio lips, Scorpio hands, and Scorpio lungs. This is your third house when you wake up, and it's your neighbors, and it means your siblings would steal inheritance that you get from whoever that passes away in your family, and they'll steal it from you. They could
like I have him sped up a little bit, but not that much.
Steal government property from you, siblings, if you have some siblings. If that makes any sense, or some neighbors.
They're gonna steal my inheritance?
Yeah, bitch.
The fuck?
Yeah, make sure they all get all balanced out. Ain't nobody gonna steal from you, even if you have third house Scorpio. Okay, your eighth house.
The hell did she expect to hear?
Want to know about? Okay, your Mars is in Libra, so that's how you get mad. It's your sexual expression or whatever. So it's like you want to bond with the person before you have like intimacy or whatever. You want to make sure that they feel like they're on a date with you and stuff. You know, just go for that one night stand repulsively like an Aries does, whatever. You do it like Mars and Libra, and then you become a two-faced when you don't want any confrontation. You talk shit about them behind their back or something when you get mad. This is Mars and Libra or something like that. And then your Venus is in Scorpio. That means that's your love language or whatever. Let's see what these houses are in first. Okay, your Mars is in your rising sign. You'll come off as threatening, a queen, a warrior, or whatever, an alpha male, or whatever, and you'll come off as beautiful because
yeah, who the hell is this guy? Does anyone know who this guy is?
Mars is in Libra in the rising sign. Britney Spears, she's a Sagittarius. She has like fake Libra face, beautiful model, right?
Okay, wait. Guess what Lalo's sign is?
Who? Where?
Him, right here.
Are you a Virgo or like
No.
a Capricorn? Oh, you're not. You Gemini psycho?
You're way off.
Is
Do
this
it.
Lalo?
What are you, a Cancer?
I'm a Taurus.
You're a Taurus, King. Yeah.
Oh my god, King!
That's right. It's one of my top chef's favorite.
King.
It's hilarious Scorpio. And I always say that Taurus is my favorite to make Scorpios.
How compatible are Taurus and Scorpio?
Well, they're the yin and yang. That's what I'm trying to explain. Like Taurus is the stable one, Scorpio is the chaotic one. Scorpios are intensely jealous when they feel things. They feel it intensely or whatever. So like a little bit jealousy is a lot or whatever. And they rule control because they're chaos or whatever. They rule the underworld or whatever. But you also moon in a Leo. And then you have Virgo rising, and I love Virgo risings. I like worship them everywhere I go. I'm like, oh, Virgo risings, and they're readable. And they have this like light around them that makes me feel like I can see through it and stuff, and it becomes readable. And they're the ones that are like the best skeptics and the best one to pick you to pieces in detail, whatever, the perfectionists, whatever. Like they're the good writers of this grammar snobs. So they keep on attracting all these like Piscean miserable people. This negative star Pisces, the shadow self is the seventh house. The seventh house is ruled by Libra. It's like the most embarrassing sign of all, and it's in a
Okay. Now I have a question for you real quick. Final question. Stand to attention. All right. So you said yin and yang, they're compatible like in an inverse way. Everybody can see that. But do you think I'm gay?
I think Tauruses are beautiful, and
yes,
so is Libras or whatever. They can be feminine or whatever, and they love food and sensual pleasures and stuff.
He
like
loves
that.
food.
So
Yes.
like, I just think everybody in spirit could probably just be Andromedus, we're all just the light or whatever. There's no gender, all that bullshit.
What is a Taurus's sexuality? Because I know Scorpios are like seductive or whatever.
Scorpio's real sex, depth, and transformation and desire. And
What about
Taurus
Taurus? What about Taurus?
Everyone serves them. Hello.
What about Taurus?
Taurus is my favorite because it makes Scorpios more jealous. And those Scorpios, my soulmate best friend sign or whatever. That's Taurus's soulmate best friend sign is Virgo. The snake oil salesman, the evangelic one, the one who wants to have money and turn into products and stuff, and like they like to work or whatever. They have day-to-day routine, the Virgos or whatever, and they love the diet and the relationship with animals. And how you do your chores in the 6th house or whatever. But anyways, you got your charts up here, guys.
I love the chart. Thank you.
And your 5th house is in Capricorn. You might have a problem.
Can we all get a snap to the camera?
You also have you have 8th house Aries, which is
Oh, what is this shit? This is why I didn't want to watch this shit, is I'm bored.
your sex, death, transformation. That's how you pass away. It could be a brain thing or a
Why did you pay for this?
Money too fast.
Take the money back.
And like you have the sixth house in Aquarius, so you're a true friend of your animals or whatever. So the relationship with animals and plants, whatever. 5th, 6th, 7th house is Pisces. Okay. Your 10th house is in Gemini, so you can be like overdrive or whatever in your career and stuff like that. Your Saturn's in Gemini, which means your dad could be a storyteller, a liar.
Grace is the meat in a gay sandwich.
And reputation and stuff, and it could be all taken away from you.
Yeah, buddy. Hi.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dashton. Dashton, we love you. We love you, Dashton. Hold on, I just need to make some plans for collab, and then we'll get back to you. Okay, sweetie?
Wait, where did he go?
Okay, so I heard you
thought
saying in the
this was
chat that
his
my dad was
stream.
cock blocking you with the drive to Texas idea, and you're saying the collab is chopped.
Well,
Thoughts?
Your father's neck muscles actually made me write that, but yeah, sure.
Okay, so time is
I'm
running out. Like
I'm
starting
unclear. Are they live right now?
to feel stressed. What is the plan? Oh my god, I don't even know what the plan is at this
Also,
point.
You're gonna go get the real ID as soon as possible as I work my way down to you.
I'm gonna go get a real ID, and I'm gonna fly out today.
Or tomorrow. I mean, you just need the real ID in general, don't you?
Yes, I do.
See, this is why I don't like the Thorp bullshit. I can't tell what's real or not here, and I don't want to speculate on what's real or not here when it comes to this disgusting incest thing.
Okay, well, here's what we could do, right? Okay, so we were looking at the South Station map. Hold on, where is that? Okay, the commuter line. So when you get to North Station, you can go to South Station. Do you see this? We can get Lalo and then get the ID. Well, okay, the reservation times are as follows, okay? We have...
These goddamn code words.
We're not going to make any of these. The latest one's Woonsocket and Wakefield. I'm not sure exactly where those are, but I think Woonsocket is north. So they'll give me a receipt of something. We'll see what we can do. 315 Woonsocket. All right. All
You're
right.
white.
Okay, so we'll get the 315.
They're fucking DGG orbiters that got out of hand.
15 Woonsocket. Okay, so then Lala, what you need to do is when you get to North Station, you have to get to South Station. And you can take the orange subway to the red subway. That'll take you there. Do you see that? Let me zoom in. Do you see North Station?
I don't know.
Oh my god, are you paying attention?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
North Station.
Where's Dashton?
Chopped internet. Chopped. Okay.
So I'm guessing they have to be live somewhere.
Okay, so North Station, you get there, you
Oh,
can
he
take the orange
comes
subway to
back.
the red subway, and then you'll be in South Station. Or you
Why are they telling us their bus plans?
can just walk. It's like a 20-minute walk. Chopped. Okay, let me reserve the 3:15 p.m. Next. The reservation
I
you
don't
selected is no longer
care.
available. Chopped. It's no longer available. Oh my gosh. Wait, what? They're getting booked up. Oh no. I should have made it earlier. Okay, now we only have these options. 2:30 p.m. Wake Woonsocket. Chopped. Wakefield is south. I know that. Middletown is south. All we have is 2:30 p.m. Woonsocket. That changed pretty quick. Yeah.
Bitch, he's frozen.
Thoughts, Dad?
Oh my god.
Okay. It's chopped.
Are they in the same fucking house and that's how they communicate?
All right, Lolly's back.
I'm going crazy on the train, man.
Yeah, there's no appointments.
This is so weird.
Tomorrow or Thursday. It might
Yeah, good
update
today,
as
good.
we go, but sometimes it has appointments on the next days that come in like the day of, but I doubt it coming up on Thanksgiving. Internet is chopped. Okay.
This is fucking weird. Why are they making bus plans?
All
on
right, I was trying to give you
stream?
the directions for the commuter rail. Can you see?
I don't know. Are they dating? You tell me. I'm here for Dashton, who needs to
Chopped.
get back on stream.
I have
Someone
the
hear you. What's the?
I have the birth certificate and the paper and the you need to like proof of address. I have that for real ID.
Okay,
like, I can get that.
okay. Hold on. Pause.
Keldos likes to
really bad.
pretend like he's
I'll just pull
best
in in like 5
friends with
minutes in the
these
middle of this fucking
people.
forest in New Hampshire. Okay, hold on.
Okay, that's fine. That's
Give me a
fine.
minute.
That's where the realty is on Keldos. These fucking freaks.
Chopped. Dashton, you're so back.
Being
Bestie.
handled by Ben Thorp. Okay, thank God
All right, I'm
Dashton's
here.
back.
What's going
Okay.
on?
Oh my god, the plans are not working. We're trying to make a collab happen, but the plans are not working. I need some soothing.
Soothing. I don't know.
Mhm.
Your Lilith is in the 8th house. It's not soothing.
Period.
Your Lilith is in Aries, which means you can create a moment for other people to live in, and you're the only one that knows how to live in the moment ever, and create a moment for other people to live in and be like a hero and react or whatever. It's like now or never, like think fast kind of thing. Be a quick thinker in the darkness and despair of the 8th house of Aries. But yeah, you're a multitasker. Your 10th house is in Gemini and a communicator. Yay.
Oh, he just went right back into it.
With that. Your Jupiter's in Leo, so you're lucky with
I'm a terrible multitasker.
Oh yeah. Well, you got 10th house Gemini, which means you're probably a good Uber driver and stuff and driving around and all that stuff. Hello. I know. Well, you travel around anyways. Your 4th house is in Sagittarius. Your home's everywhere. As I'm just reading your birth chart.
My home is everywhere. I don't have a home.
Yeah, I know.
I've got no
Your home is everywhere? What does that even mean?
roots in my bones, never falling down. I've got no roots in my home, is never underground. I've got no roots. I've got no roots. Slightly, yes.
Yes.
Can somebody take that goddamn soundboard away from this bitch?
Totally. Have you ever seen any spirits or whatever? Did you think it was possible?
She's another liar too. Lie.
I have seen it all, y'all.
One time I smoked weed with my friends at a park, and I saw this is the only spiritual spirit I think I ever saw. I was driving home and I thought I saw an old man crouched over on the side of the street, but it was a fire hydrant. But I think I saw its true nature.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is your birth chart, your asteroids, where I wanted to see it, but it's hard for me to explain this. I don't know. Your crown is how you're healing yourself, whatever, and it's like Capricorn, your career, your reputation, whatever, rules by Capricorn. And your Sirius is in Aries is how you heal other people, your intentions on how to heal other people, like be a hero, whatever, be assertive and stuff, would be like in your face and like stick up for people, whatever. Be a hero. I don't know, like be Aries, like is your Sirius in Aries. Be your identity, which you have Virgo, angelic person rising, period. Right there.
Who has Grace Thorp stuck up for? She thinks she does.
I'm just like, yeah. Your North Node is in Gemini, that's your purpose or whatever. Third house.
Didn't she say she was gonna stick up for Chantal one time?
Scorpio stuff.
Wasn't that a thing at one point?
Let's see, your North Node, whatever house it's in. It's in the 1V.
I just hate how they interject themselves into every little goddamn thing to the goddamn point that I'm watching them on Dashton's stream.
9th house. You just came here to gain a philosophy and a view of God or whatever. And get a relationship or whatever, and valuable bullshit and comfort and touristy stuff before you go to bed. And then when you wake up, it's all chaotic and Scorpio. Wee. Oh, and your 4th house in Sagittarius. Oh no, that's a red flag. That means like you could be unhygienic and gross at home, whatever. You need a nurse's aid or whatever, and you just like let things happen because your joy is at home and stuff like that, and you're just like, Sagittarius is the most unhygienic signs or whatever. But it's not a very
I'm unhygienic.
You know, probably like hyperhygienic, yeah, or hypochondriac, whatever, like a rising.
Thoughts on this plan that I'm making? Hold on. Okay, so from what I can see, this is sort of the plan. Pick up Lalo in Worcester. Realize
she yelled at her mods when they were transphobic me. Okay, that does not make an ally. Keldos, you know better.
ID appointment in Woonsocket. Not going to make that. Drive to Baltimore. Drive to a train station between Baltimore and El Paso. Take the train to El Paso. Thanksgiving with Lalo's dad's family.
Biz, you open up Google Docs for this? Really? You don't have like a notepad app or something?
Train to LA. Get Joe's RV. Question.
Like you changed the font size and everything. There are easier ways to do this.
Mark. I mean, we all know that I'm bad at commitments.
Okay. Take the
what could go wrong? I'll just bold the ones we definitely have to do. We definitely have to do this one, and Lalo has to get to Thanksgiving. So those are for sure.
And you're gonna record all of it. Yes. Document, little people.
Why don't I yell at Stardust? Because like Stardust was making content. There's a difference.
Pieces of it.
But then we have to get.
I egged her on to do one of those, I think.
We have to get here by 11:27, right?
It doesn't mean I knew what was going on or gave a fuck.
We have to do that.
There's no content when I see it.
Thursday. It has to be Thursday because that's Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Can you even take a train that quickly? This plan.
I could be remembering that wrong, but like I feel like I barely knew Stardust at the time. But like it was like going into her streams and I like egged her on. I was like, yes, Grace Thorp is live. You should see what she's doing. She's not live saber right now, and she was like flipping out on stream. But like, yeah,
It seems elaborate.
Fucking no, I could be wrong.
Sounds fun and
Maybe I'm
adventurous.
remembering
Go
wrong.
for it. Film it. Every bit of it.
I like your attitude.
You're
Okay.
a reality star. I would like to see your reality trips and stuff like that too. Yes. And you sing is so good. Yes.
But then I'm going to be in LA with no real ID. How am I going to get home? I'm going to take a train all the way home?
I don't know. Can you?
I mean, I can, but that's going to be like 5 days. Grace's new bestie is so encouraging. I love him. Get the RV. I drive home in the 40-foot RV. Yes. Try as hard as you can with the expectation you'll fail.
Yeah, the RV is cool. That's jamming. Yeah, you could do that. Yes.
I love Dashton. Yes. It sounds like an adventure. I'm not making fun of you. I love your energy. I really do. It's very, very chill.
I love around Elizabeth Smart's energy.
I love that you look like Elizabeth Smart.
The real ID is not required to fly. That is not true.
You should be an actress and play these parts. And be like, some drama.
Like, is he trying to say something there by saying she looks like Elizabeth Smart?
It'd be so fun. Yeah.
Thursday, everything will be closed. Be careful how you make your plans. My dad's doing research right now. He says there's a train that goes right to El Paso. It's in the far west of Texas, almost into New Mexico.
Like, did somebody program Dashton to do this? To try to save her? Oh, shit.
Mexico. You should make all life decisions on advice of Dashton. Honestly, can you be my new manager?
Yeah, and your agent and your director.
Yes! I need that. I need that.
Yeah. And your tourist friend, we can play Mean Boys. Yes.
Mean Boys with Lalo? Period.
Yes. Mean Boys movie. Yeah. And get
Trains are ass. It just means days of no streams. Chopped. I mean, you can stream on a train here and there, but, you know. Is Mean Boys a sex thing? I don't know.
It's a comedy. Comedy is redeeming to all good and bad and anything else. And Scorpios are the most ruthlessly hilarious people in the world. Yes. In my experience.
Me? I'm not mean. I'm a sweetheart.
No, I said Scorpios are the most ruthlessly hilarious sign of all.
Oh, yeah,
They
very
make me
funny.
laugh so much.
Very funny.
Hydrangeas is a Scorpio. Yeah. And I've seen her son in spirit or whatever come through, and we never talk about stuff like that. We always just like talk stuff about her Leo man and some funny stuff like that. Whatever. But I was just like, after she's done cleaning my teeth and everything, I was like, I keep on seeing his son. Like, I see his son, and he looks just like you. And she's like, I'm actually pregnant, and I am pregnant with a son. And Scorpios, they don't tell you nothing that
Is he talking about his dentist? What? Is anyone following this?
they don't want you to know. You know what I mean? They keep everything secret. They keep it all years, never tell nobody.
Wait, pause. Hold on. Pause, Queen. Captain Austin J says too many people don't have the real ID and they aren't enforcing it. They just hand you a pamphlet. What does that mean? What is the pamphlet? Because if that's true, then maybe we can make this work. Let me look it up on Reddit. Reddit, can you fly? No real ID. Give you a pamphlet. Okay. Flying without a real ID. I have to fly, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. Real ID is a requirement of TSA. It's no issue at all. It'll only take a couple extra minutes. They just gave me a flyer stating I need to get that taken care of. It's an identity verification process. You get asked a lot of questions. Okay, so like, it looks like you can fly without real ID. I made it through security in less than 10 minutes. Random checks are performed, but I was not selected.
Doesn't everybody pretty much already have real ID, like IDs already? Like, is that not already just like everybody already has this?
Okay, this is doable. Additional screening. Okay, we can do it. They frisk.
Like, I have a feeling she probably has it and doesn't fucking know. All it is like you have a star on your driver's license.
You more? I don't care. They charge you more. Well, if I already buy the ticket, looks like I just get extra security screening. That's doable.
They frisk you more.
What if I like that? Ew. Okay. Contents giving is so back. You can fly without it. I just did. Literally took 2 minutes. Okay, period. Okay, Ashton, I gotta go check something. Can you hold the stream down for just 2 minutes? I'll be right back. Yes, Slay Queen.
Well, I know mine has a star.
First star still. I mean,
I would have said no. I don't want it.
hello, it's Scorpio Gracie Thorp. Yes. It's a lot of stuff to look at and dissect. Holy shit. I'm on Thorp Artist Grace's channel, like, and you're all mad about it. Say the words that I can't say. Oh, every time I see you falling, I get down on my knees and pray. I wonder. Okay. I do virtuals and I do psychic vision readings and everything for real. And I got evidence on my free psychic medium evidence readings playlist, and it's real. Thank you. That's what you should expect. Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna look up lyrics so I can sing a song, I guess. It's because it's karaoke day, right? Lyrics. It's you and me and all of the people, nothing to do. And I give up forever to touch you, cause I know that you feel me somehow. You're the closest thing to heaven that I'll ever be, and I don't wanna go home right now. And I can taste this moment, and all I can breathe is your life. And sooner or later it's over, and I just wanna miss you tonight. And I just don't wanna miss you tonight. And I don't want the world to see me, cause I don't think that they'd understand When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. And I can't fight these tears that ain't
Wow, it's beautiful.
coming. Or the moment of truth in your lies. When everything feels like the movies, yeah, you bleed just to know you're alive. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, and I just want you to know who I am. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, and I just want you to know who I am, and I just want you to know who I am.
I mean, he's still giving more content than most anybody else out here. Let's be real about that.
Let's do a little Pocahontas. Yes. You think that I'm an ignorant savage, and you've been so many places, I guess it must be so. But still I cannot
Pocahontas?
see if the savage one is me. How can there be so much that you don't know? You don't know.
Oh, we only have 5 minutes left, okay?
You think only people who are people are the people who look and think like you. If you walk the footsteps of a stranger, you'll learn things you never knew, you never knew. Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon, or asked the grinning bobcat why he grinned? Can you sing with all the voices of the mountain? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Come run and hide on trails of the forest. Come taste the sweet berries of the earth, and roll in all the riches all around you, and for once never wonder what they're worth. The rainstorm and the river are my brothers, the heron and the others are my friends. And we all are connected into each other, to each other, in a circle, in a hoop that never, never, never freaking ends. How high does the signal
I'll be real, I should have charged everybody more for this. It should have been like 20 super chats.
grow? If you cut it down, then you'll never know. And you'll never hear the wolf cry to the corn blue moon. Or whether we are white or copper skinned, we need to sing all the voices of the mountain. We need to paint with all the colors of the wind. You can own the earth and still all own is earth is until all you'll own is earth until you can paint with all the colors of the wind. Yes. Absolutely.
Oh my god, that was amazing! Was that the Disney song, All the Colors of the Wind?
Yeah, right on. Let's get that.
Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon, or asked the grinning bobcat why he grinned? Can you see?
Oh my god. Just 2 more minutes.
With all the voices of the mountain. Can you?
Somebody go get fucking Dashton's ass in here. What is this shit?
You paint with all the colors of the wind? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? I used to love that song. Love that song. Dashton, I absolutely loved meeting you. I gotta
Jesus cow, give me your goddamn crypto.
go pick Lalo up, my Taurus bestie.
Yes.
Yes. But please call in some other time. Do you have a YouTube channel or something that I can promote in the chat?
This is my YouTube channel, Psychic Dashton the Vampire Slayer. I do real psychic readings and real visions, and I do bird chart stuff, and yes. And I hang out with Thorp, Gracie on her road trips. Yes.
Psychic Dashton the Vampire Slayer. You are like so cute. I love you so much. Psychic Dashton the Vampire Slayer. Here we go. All right, here we go, chat. Please go subscribe. Go subscribe.
Only hear what I want to. Don't listen hard to it. You know the lyrics there, Bruce? Take it away, girl. I'll sing it with you.
Oh no, I don't. I only vaguely know that song. But listen, bestie, I gotta go. I'm gonna end the stream. Loved meeting you. Bye. Love, heart. Bye.
Oh, totally. So best friends. I'm a Pisces co-squares, by the way. Thank you ever so kindly. Toodles.
Bye. Love you. What a cutie. Oh my god. Literally. I love his energy. Okay, we're going to pick up Lalo, and then I guess we're coming back here to plan. And then I guess the idea is going to be, so like basically I can fly wherever I want. The real ID thing is a non-issue, so that's good to know. Thank you for the chatters who made me aware of that. So we're going to go pick up Lalo in Boston. We're not going to bother with the real ID thing. Apparently you don't need it to fly. I'm going to trust whoever said that. We're going to go pick him up. We're going to come back here. I'm going to bring all my stuff just in case we don't end up coming back here. And so the idea would basically be to go down to Baltimore. There's a train from the Baltimore something station to El Paso. Hopefully try to take that train. But meet Jack Talcott first and take the train to visit Lala's family for Thanksgiving. And then El Paso is super close to LA, so we'll go there next. You still need ID for bars. I have a picture of my old ID on my phone, and I have my driver's permit, and hopefully that's good enough. So, bye. I'll be live on Kick in like 2 seconds. Bye.
Jesus cow, give me your crypto. Give me your crypto. Click on the pin message at the top and give me your crypto. Okay. Yes. I take Monero, Bitcoin, Litecoin, USD coin, Bitcoin Cash, okay? So it's easy. So give me your crypto. And for you normies, you can give me your super chats or whatever. But did you donate to the other one by accident? No, it's just somebody donated to me on Thanksgiving. Communists are gay. Anyway. Thank you guys for coming by tonight. I do really appreciate it. Be sure to hit the like button. And if you're on Kick, make sure you follow, subscribe and all that, Odyssey follow and all that, and become a member on YouTube. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I'm just gonna raid Lo-Fi Girl. Here, Christmas music. There you go. Y'all have a good rest of the night.